What's up, everybody? All right. So, this is going to be a reading for all signs, all of them, and all of your personal planets. So, like, let's say that you have a Leo sun, Virgo moon, Taurus rising. Great. Watch the Taurus for your rising, watch the Virgo for your moon, and apply it to those places specifically. Um, so I actually don't know who we're going to start with yet because I am going to share this link around. So give me a moment to do that on social media. If you are here, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know what your personal planets are. You guys being here live definitely impacts what I do in the order I do it in. So let me know your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. If you don't know them, I highly recommend going to look those up right now. So I'm just going to share this on social. Please stick around as I do this. It's It's going to be fun though. It's been a while since I've done one of these. But the energy right now is kind of interesting. Let's be real. It's eclipse season. Whenever you're watching this, though, it's the right time for you to be watching it. So even if you're watching this a year from now, this might be something that you need to know right now anyway. So I'm not going to take too much of the current energy into account, but we got to think about it a little bit, you know? I'm almost there. All signs. Okay. Let me just retweet this. Who should we start with, though? In the comments, if you're here, let me know your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and we'll get it going in probably like 2 or 3 minutes. So, and if nobody's here, that's also fine because this will be saved for later. All right. A few more minutes here. Okay. All right. So, just kidding. I'm going to post it on Instagram as well. You got to get all the social media sources, you know? What's up, friends? As you join, please let me know your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars in the comments. And a little chat over there so I know what we're working with. If you don't want to tell me, that's totally fine too. I'm trying to figure out who I want to start with. Sorry, I'm going to do some dual marketing real quick. What's up, guys? I literally just started my YouTube live. So if you want to join in, click the link on the last page that I just put. I usually go on lives for like a few hours, honestly. So join and comment what's going on in life right now. It's a weird time. Let's be real. All right. Cool. All right, welcome everybody. So let's start with, I think I did Pisces first last time. The one person in here, what do you think we should start with? Let me know. All right, I'm going to pull, this is an elemental deck, by the way, so I'm going to pull it and see which element I get, and we'll start with that element. So Earth. All right, so we'll start with one of the Earth signs. I was going to say Taurus, so we will start with Taurus. All right, so Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. This reading is for you. It is going to be what you need to know right now. I'm asking your highest guides that want the best for you as an individual, none of the other whatever. So there's a lot of things you can connect to. I'm connecting to your guides, what you need to hear right now. So this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. I'm actually supposed to pull a lot during these readings. I was instructed already, so it's going to be a fun time. All right, so Taurus, what are some things that you need to know right now? I'm going to pull 3 cards. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. So Taurus, we have 3 cards. This is a new-ish deck for me. I go off of a lot of the imagery of it so we can get a decent and deep understanding of what's going on. So this is a message from your guides, Taurus, of what you need to know right now. So the first thing we have here is the 4 of Fire. So I really like this card. It's a fairy nymph type energy sitting on this rock. I mean, it's a very like solid foundation that she's sitting on. And again, this is for Taurus. So it does not surprise me that the majority of you do have a solid foundation in which you are working from, which is great. She's playing a flute type thing. Welcome if you're just joining. This is Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. So she has a flute type thing that she's playing and just really enjoying her surroundings, enjoying the music, enjoying the inspired lights up here. Very like calm and casual, cool and collected is the energy that I'm getting from this. So she has like a little bit of a halo around her head. So there may be some new ideas or new things coming in for you right now, or just maybe even like appreciating your own ideas and the things that are coming in for you. I'm really feeling like it's a time for Taurus right now, whatever you're doing, to slow down and maybe even like appreciate the music and appreciate the beauty in the world a little bit. Because a lot of the times, like Taurus, yes, they work hard, they're very diligent, all of these things, which, you know, sometimes though, that means that you're not really like basking in the rewards of your energy and taking time to like slow down and actually appreciate the joys and the pleasures in life is more so what I'm getting at. So slow down, enjoy the music. Like if you create music or if you sing, now would be a really good time for you to get back into that. If you have Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, that could be some really cool energy for you going into whatever you're dealing with right now. So it sounds like you do have a solid foundation. There is like this hole here. So this hole to me signifies for you, Taurus, that there are like, I don't want to say it's a completely solid foundation, but I think you already are aware of the like gaps in your stability. But I think that you can also understand that you are fine like with some of those gaps right now, and like despite them you can still appreciate how far you've come and all of the energy that you bring to yourself on a daily basis that you've created for yourself within your life, which is dope. So yeah, stop and enjoy the music a little bit and play it if you feel like you want to. I'm trying to think if there's anything else for this. Maybe like dressing up a little bit and putting a little bit more effort into your appearance right now would be a really good and positive thing for you to do. If you are trying to work on like feminine flow, maybe tap into that energy a little bit. Taurus is the feminine version of Venus. So keeping that in mind, grounding your energy, and really just like coming back into your body and understanding your natural talents and abilities. So that's the first card for Taurus. We have two more very interesting cards that are coming up for you guys. So again, this is Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. The next we have is the Five of Air. All right, Five of Air. So this deck is an elemental deck. It's not a like cups and stuff like that and swords. It's like air is the swords energy. So this Five of Air. Typically, the Five of Swords energy in like traditional tarot is a little iffy, but as you can see, there's this woman and she's walking on a tightrope here. So she's walking on a tightrope. She's balancing this thing in her hand. She looks pretty graceful, pretty elegant, has a mask on. So that's something to keep in mind. Whenever we're thinking about air energy, we are thinking about the intellect and the mind and the things that are going on up there. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, especially Mercury, Taurus, Mercury. This is going to be something to really pay attention to right now that your guides want you to know. So this person is trying to balance a bunch of stuff, all right? And I just got choked up. So I feel like some of you might not be fully like speaking your truth or speaking what you want to say. So as she walks this tightrope, there's actually two roads to take that are approaching. She's not really even looking at the road to take. She's not really even looking or caring about her balance right now. It's more so just, floating like kind of in the air, maybe trying to figure out your next direction while trying to balance everything that's going on within your life. And the interesting part here is there's like this little bird that's sitting right here, almost like blocking your view of what's in the future and what is to come. So really try to keep in mind if like certain people are blocking your vision and where you want to go and what you want to experience in life. That's kind of what I'm feeling from this, is making sure that your direction is your direction and it's not really being influenced by other people. But whenever I see a mask in a reading, not whenever, but like this one's a pretty big mask. So you might be feeling like you can't really fully be yourself around certain people. Those are the people to really pay attention to in like a not so good way. Like they might be throwing you off your balance or throwing you off your course or throwing you out of your own energy. So be really aware, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, of your mental processes right now, where you're going in life, and the potential blocks of like actual people. And that can be relationships, that can be friendships, that can be parents, that can be kids, that can be a lot of different things, right? The potential blocks of you getting or even like seeing what the options are. So just because you're on this one path, that doesn't mean that there's not like multiple paths you can take, which for Taurus is really hard because like, they're like, I got this rock though. It's like, yeah, but there's a bunch of other places to be if you want to be there. Like if you're happy where you are, great. If you're not, okay, there might be something that is blocking your vision. This little thing always actually reminds me of a natal chart. It's like a balancing wheel, but there may be something within your natal chart for you to understand and to balance out. I actually just made a post about like Gemini, Libra, and Pisces energy, how it's like this dual energy. Why am I talking about that right now? I'm not really sure. Oh, for like balance purposes. So if you feel unbalanced in any area of your life, definitely look into your natal chart and see where you probably just Libra energy, see where you have Libra energy and see what you can do to balance it out. I mean, like look at the houses and see what you have there. If you have any placements, if you have any aspects to that area, it might be worth your time to put a little bit more thought, intellectual air energy into that area of your life. All right. So this last card for Taurus, I really like this card. It's probably like top 5 of my favorite cards in the deck, imagery and just meaning wise. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, you guys actually have the 3 of fire. Okay. Check this card out. Like check this lady out. How dope is this card? Okay. So it actually really correlates with this card right now because for Taurus, no, I did not do Leo yet. I've just started. I'm on Taurus, so I do long readings. I'm very long-winded, so welcome. Yeah, welcome. I don't know who I'm doing next either, so yeah. But this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So if you have any of those Taurus placements, then this reading's for you. But all right. So this last card for Taurus, we have the Three of Fire. I call this the timeline card and almost like the jumping timelines card. And the reason I feel like these two are kind of similar in a way is because like you're on this timeline right now, which is like, I think you're pretty okay with the current timeline. But at the same time, I like Taurus, you like to I was going to say you like to work hard, which is true, but like you like goals, you like accomplishing things. All earth energy does. They're just like, what can I physically do that'll get me here from here to here? I don't know, you guys, you're into it. So you're probably on a path and it's like you kind of like it, but you kind of got to be fake, but you kind of don't. And like you're sort of into it, but you have options, you have choices. This is the timeline card. You can literally choose whatever timeline you want. Again, you might not be able to see it. It might be blocked for you right now, but this is the timeline hopping card. If, as you probably can't see, actually, there's a little compass up here. There's north, there's west, and there's east, and it actually like doesn't have little s for south. The way I interpret that is to not move backwards. Okay, so if there's anything in your life right now that you're like wanting to move away from, that's trying to like pull you back in, like, hey, don't you remember all the comfort and whatever over here? Nah. Same old shit, different day, you know, like other people with their words and like false promises and whatever. It's just like, no, get in your little timeline jumping ship. Understand that there might be some people trying to like block your path a little bit so you stay on the same timeline as them. It's almost like people holding you hostage to stay on that timeline with them when you know that's not officially where you want to be. Don't get me wrong, like you're enjoying yourself for the most part. Like it's not bad, but you know that things can be a little bit different or a little bit better, or not even better, more aligned. That's the word I'm looking for, more aligned. So it's asking you to really dive into your passions and understand what your passions truly are, making sure you're on the right line, right timeline for that energy. And then, I mean, there's a lot of fire here, you know, so if you want to go like experience new things and like try new things and almost like get away from tradition a little bit, that's what this is feeling like, so that you can really, you know, adapt and integrate into whatever timeline is coming up for you. Anything else I want to tell you here? So she has like a butterfly mask on. To me, that signifies a little bit of transformation energy. So maybe you had been in like kind of a cocoon type energy where now it might be time to butterfly out a bit. And I'm really hearing to not be afraid, because you're Taurus, like don't completely rock your foundation. That's going to fuck your life up completely. So don't do that. But you know, if there's things that you're like, I'm over this situation, now's a good time to understand what you have going mentally, understand what might be blocking your path, seeing where you might be a little unbalanced within your mental processes. So finding the Libra in your chart, and then finding the Libra in your chart and then doing something about it. Don't just find it and be like, oh, well, that's why. No, like do something about it. And then having the confidence and energy to really move in whatever direction that you see fit for yourself. So, and yeah, don't be afraid to have fun. It was funny. As soon as I started this reading, like my neighbors apparently like literally 5 or 6 different cars pulled up and they're all like hanging out outside. So maybe hang out with people, like enjoy other people's presence, you know, like have some people over, be a host an event, show your friends you appreciate them, you know, cook a meal, do the Taurus things that you like to do that makes other people and yourself feel good and loved. All right. Anyway, that's what Taurus, that's for you. Enjoy your message. All right. If you are watching right now, please let me know your Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars in the chat box. I don't know who I'm going to do next. I'm going to pull a elemental card and see what element we should do. All right, got water. So Page of Water. It's a mermaid. So we're going to do Pisces. We're going to do Pisces. All right, so if you have Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars. This reading is for you. I'm asking your guides that want the best for you. Because there's a lot of guides. So the guys that want the best for you, yay, Pisces rising, welcome. So the guys that want the best for you and what you need to hear right now, what they want you to know. There's no like scolding. There might be. We'll find out. All right. So we got a Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo. Oh shit, that's a lot of Leo. Whew. No, I'm just kidding. I have a Leo stellium, so I'm joking. But Libra, Scorpio. All right. So I'm going to pull. I'm going to shuffle a little bit for Pisces, see if anything comes out real quick. Pisces guys. Oh, I guess I'm just supposed to shuffle, then pull. That makes sense. All right. Too much for me sometimes. I feel you. I really do. All right. So Pisces, 2 cards, my brain says. So let's do 2 cards. We might get a third. We'll find out. Okay. Yeah, we might pull a third overall, but we'll work with these energies for now. Okay. So this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. If you have any of those placements, this reading is for you. I've already done Taurus. So let me actually write this in here so I remember. Have done Taurus, currently on Pisces. So the first card we have for Pisces is the Messenger of Earth. So if this were traditional tarot, this would be the Suit of Pentacles. Messenger of Earth. I really like this card. I really like this person's energy. She's very direct. She knows what she wants. Not afraid to ask for it. Not afraid to get it. What else can we see about this card? Holding a staff, I would say, like pretty confidently. Very grounded energy, extremely grounded energy. We have a heart chakra activation, and also I believe this is solar plexus. There's like a tree energy behind her. It almost feels like she has like her dress up in her hand with this staff, which is interesting. But she's kind of staring into your soul in a good way. So before I interpret, I'm going to show you this other card because I think that the message goes together somehow. And I don't have the message yet, but it's coming. So this next card for Pisces is the 10 of Air. So this is a very interesting card. As you can see, she has like a little bit of a winged mask on. Maybe you can't see it. There you go. A winged mask. It's almost like she's blowing, not almost like, she's literally blowing air up. Okay, blowing these feathers away, blowing them away from her. So 10 of Swords in like traditional tarot is not a fun card to get. So it definitely feels like intellectually there's just a lot happening for Pisces right now in the mental space. And it honestly, okay, here's what it is. So all of the ideas and all of the messages and all of the, tarot readings and the spiritual, everything, it's leaving you slightly ungrounded. And that's not a really fun place to be at. I know, big shocker, like Pisces, you need to ground your energy, but it's true. Okay, it's true. Like, it should honestly be a daily practice at this point for anybody with Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars to ground your energy into the physical reality, because there's a lot of messages here. Some are for you, some aren't. Like the ones that are getting in the big one that you really need, you're like blowing it away, you know, and like there's these other ones that have kind of fallen down that are like, oh well, you could have, but you've been just like, don't. I don't know. It feels like, I don't want to say you're in your own way, but there's definitely like getting lost in messages is what it's feeling like. So if you are a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, probably stop watching so many readings and stop paying so much attention to so many spiritual people. Like even this one right now, like, you know, with me and you, like I'm a human, you know, like I interpret how I interpret, and like a lot of people, we don't even know who they're contacting. Like you don't, if you're watching a random like tarot reading on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or wherever, like who are they talking to? You know, like where's that message coming from? Do you know or do you not know? So it's time to ground your energy, be your own inner knowing, like become your own expert type thing. Like you really don't need all that much guidance, and maybe you just need confirmations from people, but I really don't think you need other people's guidance at this point. So it's more tapping into your own innate abilities and grounding your energy back down to the earth, whether that's like going on a walk every day or eating enough of the foods that like make you feel like solid and secure within your own energy. Maybe it's working out. It does feel like though, like grounding your energy back into your body and not letting it like be up here in a very airy intellectual space. So get out of your head and get into your body is Pisces big message. If you're Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, please let me know if that resonated. It kind of does feel like there's one more card. Okay, but I'm just actually going to dive deeper into this one a little bit. So she has on her, well, she has her hair in a braid. Braids are really important in general in a lot of different cultures. One thing I've learned about braids in my own hair, like just doing like one braid if I feel like somebody's trying to take my energy. So it's like, okay, my energy is mine, you know, like braiding your hair as a form of like protection can totally be a thing. Like just, I mean, for like your actual protective hairstyles, but actually like energetic protection as well. The other thing I find interesting about this card that I've never noticed before is that there's a little infinity symbol on her arm. So, I mean, this person though, like if you're watching this, you likely are like an earth angel type energy. You probably do have amazing energy and amazing things to offer the world. But yeah, you're like blowing away the big messages because it's feeling like my point of this message was that you're going to keep yourself in a loop, in a negative feedback loop if you don't ground your energy. So break the loop. Cool. All right. So yes, you are welcome, Joshua Stevens. And thank you, Benjamin. Yeah, my friend Holly, she makes these. Go to Lily Nell Beadworks. It's Lillie Beadworks. Lily Nell, Nell. All right. So who should we do next? I don't know. Let me pull an elemental card, see what we get. All right, we got Earth. So Earth again. Let's do Virgo. Let's do Virgo. So this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So if you have any of those placements, this reading is for you. I'm asking your guides that want the best for you what you need to know right now. And, you know, just knowing things doesn't really do much. Like when I don't do these readings just to do them. I mean, I do, but like if you're watching, actually implement the things I'm saying. Don't just watch it, you know. It takes an action to change. You can't just know things. All right. Anyway. Virgo. I'm going to shuffle a bit. Virgo energy, Virgo energy, Virgo energy. All right. So if you have Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, let me know in the comments, first of all, if that's you. If not, that's fine. Wait around for yours. Oh, let me write this real quick. So currently on Virgo. Welcome, everybody. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do that. It definitely helps with the algorithms and the YouTubes, and you get it. You understand the internet at this point. All right, that'll be a card that we got to pay attention to. It was to Virgo Sun and Rising. Nice. Welcome. I don't like this card. That's why I was going to just like put it back in the deck. But no, we got to pay attention to it, unfortunately. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Please let me know in the comments your Sun and Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. All right. So this, I'll pull two more. Ooh, this is so interesting. Virgo Ascendant. Yeah, you did. Welcome. So, jeez. All right. All right. So, Virgos, what the fuck's going on with you guys? You're like, good question. I have a Virgo rising and Venus, so I'm sure this is a roast for me as well, but okay. I might have to read the book on this one. Again, I don't use this deck. I actually don't really do tarot very often anymore, but I like the imagery of this deck. So the first card we have for Virgo, Sun, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars is the 10 of Fire. So in traditional tarot, it would be 10 of Wands. So 10 of Fire upside down. And this one's like, I didn't pull this one. This one jumped out of the deck. And I didn't want this to be the message, but I think it is somehow. All right. So right side up. Right side up, it's this woman who's kind of like juggling fire, but it's not really like actual fire. It's pieces of paper that are on fire. So, like 10 of Wands in the traditional tarot usually is like struggle of some sort. So this isn't necessarily that, but it is upside down. So I think right side up, like this can kind of be like, hey, there might be new ideas, new contracts, new communication, new whatever. Since it's this way, it's not feeling like that. It's not feeling like good energy. It's feeling like there's a lot of blots, I guess, blocks to Virgo's flow right now. Maybe some blots as well. I'm not really sure. We're gonna read the other one. No, I gotta stay on this one for a while. Okay, so these also sort of look like music sheets as well. Chiron, Virgo, 12th house. Yeah. So these also kind of look like sheets of music as well. So what came to mind when I just said that was to really like, because Virgo is the mind, right? I mean, Virgo is a lot of different things, but it is Mercury. It is the mind at the end of the day. It is communication. It's understanding what you're putting into your brain. So there actually might be some like media you are consuming right now, like specifically music to pay attention to that might be putting you in a bad mental space or a bad like just headspace overall, or it's feeling like taking you out of your energy and giving it to whatever you're listening to. So it could be podcasts as well. Really any form of media is going to be important for you to really understand and how it is impacting you mentally right now. So welcome if you're just joining. This is for Virgo, Sun, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. In terms of music, Virgo is rhythm. Well, there you go. Interesting. So, I mean, all right, that's fascinating. Thank you for that, Monochrome Soul. That's a very interesting piece of information, So Virgo's rhythm, that's, I gotta think about that a little bit more. So there's good things too, right? Like there's positive ways to incorporate like music into your life as well. So there's meditation, there's sound healing, there's different frequency healing. So if you are feeling like your mental is being a little like clouded by some of the things you're listening to, maybe just adjust that a little bit. I did a whole fucking research. I'm a Virgo rising, like I said, Virgo rising, Virgo Venus. So I did a whole research, download, whatever you want to call it, on music frequency, and I found a lot of really interesting things. So what I found, especially with like the music platforms, maybe it's a time for you to switch music platforms, because most of them are at like really weird frequencies. The one I use now is actually Pandora music, which is kind of old, but they are at the 520, or I'm sorry, yeah, I think 528 hertz, which is like the heart chakra frequency. And a lot of the other ones are at like, especially like Amazon was, and I think maybe not Apple Music, but definitely Amazon and I think Tidal, we're at like some crazy high like hertz that we can't even like consciously. So yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff in music. You guys already knew that. You're Virgos. So just being really way more careful about what you're putting into your brain every day because you are being greatly affected by it. I mean, Virgo, it's the biggest mind-body connection in the zodiac, right? So making sure your mental is on point and where you want it is going to be really important. This card's giving me a lot of other feelings though too. Like I like outside of just like the mental manipulation that you are, I don't want to say like forcing yourself into, it also is feeling like there may be some people in your circle, in your social circle, in your business circle, in a circle of some sort that may be like slightly manipulative or really not in alignment with you. That may like, it kind of feels like somebody is trying to like steal your blessings a little bit. So if that doesn't ring true for you, great. Maybe that's not for you. But if you are feeling like that your circle, there might not be what you wanted it to be or what you thought it was, like don't ignore those small little feelings because they're true. They're right. They're accurate. Also, right now, if you need to like get out of something that is like a contract or something, great time to do it. Great time to do it. Just great time to do it. I won't really go into much more there because I know that some of you will understand what I'm saying and some of you won't. So yeah, I pick up on energy fantastically, a little bit too much, you know? I'm a little traumatized by all the energy that I've been able to pick up on over time. But here we are. All right, second card, we have the Seven of Fire. I love this card for a lot of different reasons. Yeah, I just burned a soul contract last night. Absolutely. You know, if soul contracts aren't benefiting you, why do you have them? Go get rid of them. I feel like a lot of things have been done under the guise of deception. I don't know if guise is the right word there, but it's the word I'm using. So yeah, like if there was anything that you got into, but you didn't have all the details, Virgo, which was like, you know, who's, but no, I'm not saying to definitely just, you know, there may have been some situations where you got ahead of yourself a little bit and you didn't really think about the consequences or the details. And that's a huge no-no for Virgos. So, all right, so this next one for Virgos is the Seven of Fire. I like this card. It's a unicorn. People are like, oh, unicorns, sweet creatures. Nah, this bitch will stab you in the head, you know, like with its head. Like unicorns are not nice. Unicorns are very rude. And like I kind of love that about them, honestly. So I am gonna read the book for this one because there are a few keywords in there that I do like. So yeah, I'm a Virgo moon, not a fan of the placement. I mean, yeah, Virgo moon would be pretty intense, honestly. Monochrome soul, if you're sick of being a Virgo moon, definitely check out your real sky placements and chart. You might be a Leo moon, probably not though. Virgo constellation is massive, so a lot of people that have Virgo placements are actual Virgos. All right, Seven of Fire. Probably gonna have to pee after Virgo. It'd be like that, you know. Seven of Fire. All right. So this is Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. Personal best, going the distance, perseverance, and nonconformity. So this is the affirmation or words from the book. I'm unstoppable. My passion pushes obstacles aside as I engage in sustained effort. I know how to bend, but I don't compromise on what's most important to me. Mutable energy, Virgo, love it. If others aren't happy with the course I am on, I don't have to let their concerns affect me. I release the temptation to resist challenges, and I trust that I can make things happen as I live life on my own terms. Inspired solutions present themselves. Okay, so I like this card a lot because it is nonconformity, it is perseverance. It's kind of like going out on your own journey by yourself, even if the people around you don't really know what the fuck you're doing, okay? And that can be scary, especially for Virgo sometimes. I mean, any earth sign is going to want to be not always, but like a little bit more traditional in a lot of the things that they do. So it can be a little jarring for Virgos to go live their life how they see fit, because a lot of people have a lot to say. But what are they going to say that you haven't already said to yourself, Virgo? Let's be really real. Okay, let's be really real. Like, you've already done all of the critical analysis in your brain. So I'm also really hearing right now, like, not everybody needs to know everything. So like, if you are going to take some steps that are a little bit outside of what you've been doing or what you've already done, don't tell people. I mean, you can if you want, but I think you're going to learn real quick that a lot of people want you to conform. Okay. Like, a lot of people want you to conform. A lot of people want you to be how they think that you are and how that they think that you should be or whatever. But like, it's not really, your life's not about them. It's about you. It is about them in terms of like service to others, but you got to make sure yourself is you yourself are full so that you can give to other people as well. I could have been a Leo, moon, and then triple fire. I mean, it is what it is. You got this Virgo energy. Gotta do what you can. So up here, or like all around, let me count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classics. It's a 7 of fire, but we have 7 dragonflies. They're lit up. I forgot my favorite interpretation about this card. So there's a unicorn, right? And this is for Virgo if you're just joining. There's a unicorn, but it's wearing like a saddle. Somebody tried to tame the unicorn. Who tried? Was it you? Somebody tried to tame the unicorn. Can't be tamed, right? A lot of Virgo suns probably have some Leo energy and other. Yeah, exactly. You can't tame fire. Exactly. Also, yeah, if you are a Virgo, you might actually be a Leo. So definitely check your real sky placements. And if you don't know how to do that, go to my website and look at my blog because it'll tell you. So yeah, somebody tried to fucking ride this unicorn. That wasn't a smart idea because you're gonna go be a unicorn. You're gonna go do you, at the end of the day. Like, this last card, and it fell on the floor, so that's something to know, is the 3 of Earth. I'm gonna say it was reversed because that's how I ended up picking it up and putting it down. But I guess I don't know for sure, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be upside down. So 3 of Pentacles in like traditional tarot is teamwork, working together, blah, blah, blah. So when it's reversed, 3 of Earth, not the best for like actual stability and working with others, which is kind of what I was picking up with this card. Like, and they're trying to take advantage of your energy, and they're also just wanting things to go in whatever direction that they wanted you to go in. So yeah, it definitely feels like there's other people around you right now that you just can't trust and that are not aligned with you, and that is something that you really have to stop ignoring in general. Because it's blocking your blessings and it's blocking your stability. It does feel, however, that like there are the right people around as well, but you're just not seeing them, or like you're not paying attention to them, or you might have honestly been blocked from them for a lot of different reasons. Some of you, not all of you, but some of you, there has been witchcraft done as well to like block you from seeing these things and to block you from understanding how unique you are and how unique your actual talents are to bring to the world. Because a lot of people have been feeding off of your energy for themselves because they aren't you, Yeah, a lot of people have been feeding off of your energy, and that's not good. Anything else I want to tell you about this? It's definitely feeling like there's some money involved in some situations for sure, in like not a fun way. The reason I said it, like, look at this. Maybe you can see it better right side up, but Do you see like there's this base of this statuesque person, and on this base there's like a coin, but it's like fused into the base kind of, and there's like 3/4 of it is sticking out and only like a little bit of it is inserted. So I feel like whatever business stuff you got going on or whatever money stuff you got going on, if it involves other people, it might not be what you think it is. And like if you have to end up pulling your money out, or somebody might have to end up pulling their money out, but like just know that that's the right call. And even if it sucks in the moment, like you'll probably get to a better spot at the end of whatever you're doing by going off, not letting them ride you, drawing like new inspiration. Yeah, question, please go for it. Tasia, I'm not sure how to say your name, sorry. But yes, please let me have it, because I'm probably gonna pee after this reading real quick. Ah. But yeah, that was for Virgo. Sun, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. I'm not going to say things are terrible, but you're definitely not where you want to be. And your guides want you to pay attention to your mental processing. And then the people around you that, I don't want to say want you to fail, but like only want you to win if they're winning, you know? Those kind of people. Those aren't the real ones. But, all right. Okay, so why is my Libra sun Pisces moon surrounded by Gemini moon that I dislike? That's funny. Check where you have Gemini in your natal chart. If it's an empty house, it means that other people are not trying to, but like they're filling up that empty house for you. So if you have a issue with Gemini people, it's because that the wherever Gemini is in your chart, there's probably some imbalances there. But all right, I'm gonna be right back. I don't know who we're doing next, but I really gotta pee. So BRB, stick around, maybe go get some water, maybe go pee yourself. I'll stop talking about BR. Be right back. Be right back. All right. Thanks for being patient. Okay, who should we do next? If you're in here, let me know your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. So far, we've done, what was it? Taurus, Pisces, and Virgo. Currently on, I don't know, let's pull an element if nobody wants to tell me what they are in the comments. Taurus in the 5th house. We got Nina over here. Taurus in the 5th house. Gemini in the 6th. Capricorn stellium. Oof. Yep. Oof. Undergoing a cosmetic procedure this Saturday coming up that has been scheduled for months. Whew. Well, so Benjamin goes, I've learned more from you in 10 minutes than basically any other reader I watch. Informative wise. Yeah. Well, I have a Virgo, I have a Leo sun, Capricorn moon, Virgo rising. So I like to learn and I like to teach. And I have a Sagittarius stellium and Leo stellium as well. So yeah. So I'm loving this change. So, I used to think a lot of different things about like cosmetic seizures, procedures, and different things like that. But now I really kind of see it as like let's say that you get a tummy tuck or something. All you're really doing is like removing that energy, which is fascinating. So I look at everything as energy now, and you're just like changing the energy of that area, which is interesting. So you got Aquarius, Sun, Libra, Moon, Leo, Mars, Mercury, Aquarius, Venus, and Capricorn. Alchemy. Yeah. That's a great word for that, Nina. It is alchemy. Exactly. Alchemy looks a lot different than people think it looks, Or at least it can. I think people are like imagining like a wizard with his potions. It's like, no, we're just doing alchemy every damn day of our lives. All right. Let me choose a new... I am real. That's true. Try to be. All right. We got the strength card. I guess we're doing Leo. Which is fine because I love Leo. All right. Currently on Leo. Yeah. Try to do an element. Didn't specify. Everyone makes their destiny. Astrology is guidance. Yeah, exactly. I mean, astrology, like, everything in your natal chart is potential energy, okay? Like, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just means that, like, you are more, like, almost like primed for that experience or for that energy. So that's the way I look at it, at least. Like, just because you have a... Never mind, you get it. All right, so let me shuffle for Leo. Man. So if you have Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, then this reading is for you. I have a Leo Sun, Mercury, and Mars, so I got a lot of Leo energy. I got into astrology from trying to find Lilith. Well, you found her. Yeah, that's good. That is good. All right, Leo, what do we got? What do Leo's guides want them to know? Guides that want the best for Leo. What do you want Leo to know right now? All right, I got pull 3 cards. My favorite card. All right. I'm not biased at all. I'm very biased to Leo energy. Oh, okay. Well then, Leos. Okay. Are you guys ready for this reading? It's pretty interesting, pretty cool. I really like this one. All right. So, first card we have for Leo, we have the Queen of Air. This is Queen of Swords energy, by the way. So, Queen of Air. This is my favorite card in the deck. Old wise woman. She's been using her intellect over her, over her emotion a little bit, which is good. Of course, the Queen is here for Leo. Exactly. Exactly. So, this could be another queen though, right? It could be the Queen of Fire. It could be the Queen of Earth. But it's not. It's the Queen of Air, which is interesting. So, Leo. It doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. Like queen energy is some of the best energy in the deck. I even think, honestly, like I almost look at it in terms of like chess, how the queen has more power than the king. That's kind of how I see tarot as well. Again, maybe I'm biased because I'm a girl, but I don't know. I'm just going to stare at this card for a little bit and soak it in. Because there's a lot going on, right? Okay, so let me break it down. There's this giant owl. Owls mean a lot of different things to a lot of different cultures, so it really depends on what perspective you look at it. I personally see owls as like divinity and protection. see it however you want. And it's like this owl chose to be by this woman because of her energy. You know what I mean? So, Leo, for you right now, it's really feeling like your energy is actually pretty fucking good. Like, especially with the rest of these cards, like, I think you're in a pretty okay space, and your guides are like, hey, you made it. Like, you're the queen. And you know that now. And I think for a long time, Leo's like growing up, you have to really step into your confidence. You have to become a Leo, I mean, you already are, but you have to like embrace that energy. Otherwise, you might be a little bit more on like the insecure side of Leo, which is not a really fun place to be because it's like way more fun to be confident in your abilities. So why am I going down that direction with this card? So on her heart chakra, she does have a necklace on. I'm not sure if you can fully see it, but it is an eight-pointed star. So that is the star of Venus. So it's like it's taking an airy approach to your Venusian like relationships, I guess. And it's not so much like just kind of going into it to go into it. It's going into it tactfully, it's going into it smart, and it's not necessarily like letting your feelings get the best of you and like letting your passions. It's going into things with a plan. It's going in with your own energy and not being disrupted by other people's. But overall, like this card just feels like a really good confirmation of like good fucking job for finally using your fucking brain, Leo, because it's easy to just be like, I want to go have fun. I want to go do this. I want to go do this. I want to go give love to this person because I feel it here and give love to this person because I feel it here. But I think we're over that, I think we're over that and being smart about your time and energy and what you're giving everything to. So yeah, this is a great card. I do have more to say, but I'm going to go to the next ones and we might circle back. I'm not really sure. So, girls on point. That was the reason why I burned the soul contract. Yeah, like I feel like a lot of, and this might come out later, but I feel like a lot of illusions have been lifted lately, especially with like eclipse season. So, whenever you're watching this, it's when you're supposed to watch it, but like right now in the world, it is eclipse season. So you can roast me if you want. Yeah. Nice. Welcome. The universe gave me a few twirls right side up now. Exactly. I mean, we all had to learn our lessons in the ways that only we could, especially Leo. Like, we get so fucking stubborn. We just do. We get stubborn. We think that we're right. And then we gotta be like, I guess maybe there's other things to consider. All right. So this second card for Leo, this is Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. The second card is what your guides just want you to know right now. So we have the 10 of Earth. In traditional tarot, this would be the 10 of Pentacles. So there's this woman. She's sitting in front of a treasure chest. It is closed. There's a dog right here. Really cool dog. Almost like a wolf. I think it is a wolf, actually. So wolf dog. Very protected, very physically protected. This means two different things to me. So there's two different messages for two different groups of people. Some of you have secured the bag. Some of you have completely secured the bag. Some of you are chilling. You're like, I'm going to build a savings account now because I finally learned some things and I'm not going to keep doing the same shit. I'm at a good place physically. I'm at a good place financially. I'm going to sit here and do my part, play my role, play my little Leo role. And by little, I mean big, because it's always a big Leo role, at least in our brains. So, very determined energy, very much like we're going to make this happen. So if you don't have the bag yet, and if you don't feel this sense of physical protection, get determined. Look at her face. Get determined AF. Set some goals, reach them. Like, I think a lot of us are in the world are just like waiting for somebody else to come swoop in and do something. Nah, it's you. It is you. But I do think that your guides want you to know that there's a lot of opportunities for this. So just look for them, like literally just use your intellect and look. All right. This next one is I might have more to say. I'm not really sure yet. The next card is the Page of Air. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. What do your guides want you to know? Page of Air. So anytime, actually, nope. I gotta sit with this one for a second. Okay. So there's a little bit of duality in this card. Under one wing, the light, like how the light's reflecting, is a little darker. On the other wing, it's a little lighter. Again, this is swords energy and traditional, but it's air. There's one feather right up above her. There's another feather over here. So what this is feeling like, and she's only has her eyes on like the darker feather, okay? She's only staring straight up. She doesn't really even see the feather that's over here in the light a little bit. So what this is feeling like is you may, Leo, have been focusing a little bit too much in the dark, which is not a really fun place for Leo to be because Leo's the sun, you know, Leo needs to shine. Leo really likes bright energy. And I am kind of feeling like it doesn't necessarily mean like dark energy is bad because it's not. This card's definitely feeling like a need for balance between the light and the dark. So if you've been doing your shadow work, if you've been doing the hard things, if you've been addressing the really not cool parts of yourself that you're like, oh shit, I am like that, that's great. Now it's time to like integrate it back into the light, okay? And like integrate the darkness and the light and to become a balance of the two, because it's really easy for Leo to shine. Like, you know, it's really easy for them to be bubbly and for them to be outgoing and for them to go into the world however they want. But it is a little bit more challenging for them to acknowledge these little bit darker sides of themselves and then bring that also into their light so that they can go forth and be balanced versus just a huge bubbly ball of light that goes everywhere, because that's not relatable. People don't like that. You know, they really don't like when you don't have any darkness or when you don't show any darkness, because that looks fake to people. They're like, you're not that happy all the fucking time, because you're not. You know, like you're not. And that's what the world, they're craving your authenticity, but that also means that you have to look at your own authenticity and see where you're shining through it and where you're maybe not fully. And a lot of people, you know, they think they're going to be rejected for this side, but that's, I mean, that everybody has that side. Why would you be rejected? Because everybody has it. So there's a lot of other random like feathers floating around here too. So this feels like a mental thing for sure for Leos. This is all in your head basically, and like how you want to present yourself to the world. So get right like within your own mind and then make a move or show up how you want to show up. And don't be afraid to show up in like full you. Be smart about it. Go get paid. 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 However you see fit. You know, you're Leo. You're creative. You'll figure it out. All right. That got intense at the end there. I didn't like the end of that. I don't know. If you're just joining, this reading I just did was for Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. Yeah, we had the Queen of Air, the 10 of Earth, and the Page of Air. Okay. Leos. Started off real high vibe, got a little more balanced at the end, you know? All right, so let me pull an elemental card to see who we're doing next. And we got Earth. So the only Earth sign left is Capricorn. All right, so done so far. Welcome if you're just joining. Please let me know your Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars in the comments. Done so far. We've done Pisces, Taurus, what else? Virgo, Leo. Currently, what up? Currently on did I say Capricorn? Okay. So Benjamin's got a Venus in Capricorn. So apply this to your love life, relationships, value systems. But this reading will be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So welcome. If you're just joining, please let me know your Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars in the chat box. And then also give this video a like, a little thumbs up. And I always appreciate a little subscribe too. That never sucks. So, all right. Capricorns, guides, what do you want them to know right now? I'm like shaking my energy because it's different than Leo energy. All right. Aries, nice. And yes, if you're seeing orbs, that is what you're seeing. It's not dust. Oh, we got some jumpers for Capricorn. All right. Oh, Capricorn. Oh my God. Do you guys ready for this Capricorn reading? Being a picky with love is tough, but I'm liking the placement more and more. Yeah, I have a Capricorn moon. I love Capricorn. I really love Capricorn. I love Cap energy. Truly, I do. All right. So second part of this reading is going to be a little bit more fun than the first part. Just going to tell you that right now. But the first card that came out for Capricorn, and this is what your guides want you to know, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. We have the Justice reversed. I don't like it. I don't like it. I really don't like this card right now. I'm really not a fan. All right. I don't even want to talk about it. That's how much I don't like it. I don't like that it's reversed. I like this card overall, but I don't like that it's reversed right now. So let's look at it upright so we can understand the imagery. We have a woman. She's holding a balanced scale, but it's not balanced, right? It's tipped toward her. It's also one of the only cards in this deck, because it's an elemental deck, that actually has an actual sword in it. So keeping that in mind, actual sword, scales not balanced, moon behind her, so illusions. Of course, the sun's like dramatically shining in on me right now. Look at how like that's wild. So because this card gives me like Libra energy, justice, balance, unbalanced. Wow, interesting. Okay. So there's the moon in the background again that represents illusions to me. It actually also looks like a sun, does it not? So it's like, what is it? You don't really know. And you know, this person, this woman could be anywhere. She could be like in a field. She could be on a mountaintop, but no, it looks like she's in like a fucking dungeon or like underground fuck shit, you know, like tunnel, something crazy. So this is an upside down card. So Capricorn, right now in your life, your guides are trying to show you that like something's off balance, something's not correct, but you're also not really seeing it. We're going to have to pull a clarifier for this card because these other two cards do make sense, but I need more information on this card. If you're having any intuitive thoughts right now, please let me know in the comments because I'm very curious about this card. So yeah, I'm going to pull a clarifier because I have a lot of different routes to take with this energy. All right, clarifier for this Justice reverse card for Capricorn. What's going on? I'm supposed to pull, okay. What's going on for Justice reverse for Capricorn? Bitch. Remember we just had this card for Virgo. So it's the 10 of Fire, also reversed. Like I was saying before, like there may have been some like not good contracts, some not good business deals, some not good not upfront, very much like illusions to get you to any situation that wasn't really for you, but you didn't really know that because you didn't have all the information. So this is heavy. I don't like this card at all. I don't like this energy. This is trash. This is trash vibes. It doesn't really even feel like something that like, it does feel like something you did, but it also feels like outside influence as well. So I need one more clarifier. Queen of Air. Whatever. Moving on for now. Truly, I am, because it'll loop back around. I am going to go back to that. So the next card we have is the Star card. So these are the other two cards that your guides wanted you to be aware of right now. Like, Capricorn, you are the star. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. You are the star. This is the star of Venus as well. Remember the same star that this lady has right here on her necklace. It's an 8-pointed star, star of Venus. So this is technically like the Aquarius card, water bearer, water bearing energy. Next card. This reading is going to be really, really, really weird, by the way, Capricorn. Like, overall, like, there's weird vibes here. So, Two of Earth is your last card, which would be the Two of Pentacles. So it does feel like there's like choices that need to be made, like legitimate choices. It feels like you kind of like all this shit, like, you know, because you're the fucking star. Like, you already, you know. So now it's up to you to make a choice. I'm getting annoyed, like, I'm getting mad, I'm getting frustrated. So that's probably how a lot of you are feeling right now. My throat and back hurts a little bit. Some of you might feel like you can't really say the things that you need to say in certain situations. Cards don't lie. I'm being where are my guides now? Yeah, for sure. So this card I do like in general. Like, she's on this like bench chair thing, and she's almost like juggling two different, it's feeling like outcomes, or yeah, outcomes in her hand. There's one that's kind of down here. This kind of feels like played out energy, or energy that like you already know what's there. Like, it is what it is. It might always be there, whatever. Whereas this card, or this side, is a little bit more elevated, and it's like she's looking at that, she's looking up and like, oh, maybe there is a better choice to be made here. Maybe there is a higher, better, more aligned, more like, it's feeling like productive and conducive to growth timeline to be on. You have a lot of love to give. You have a lot of knowledge to give. You have a lot of information that you have in your brain karmically and through life experiences that other people don't have, like, legit. And you are the star because of it. But there's this like this is a situation in your life. I don't really know what it is exactly, but this is a situation in your life where not good things you're Capricorns. You know what the fuck you've done. Like, you're smart enough to know. I'm hearing like you know better too. And especially at this point, you know better. Fucking woof, bro. It's not as heavy, practical. Yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah, it's hitting hard today. I agree. No, this is some really intense energy. Let's go back to the star card because there's actually a lot of imagery here that I wasn't really seeing before. So there's a lot of like 5-pointed stars down here, and there's some on her belt as well and on her skirt, whereas like the star of Venus and the 8-pointed stars are kind of like above her waist. So how I'm seeing that right now is like, so 5-pointed stars to me, pentagrams, 5-pointed stars are trash. So if you don't know why I say that, please go watch my videos on why I don't like pentagrams and 5-pointed stars, but I'm a fan of 8-pointed stars. So like the 5-pointed stars to me are like manipulation and being manipulated by other sources, other people, other like entities almost as well. So just be aware like that your foundation of knowledge may have been gross. This sucks. But yeah, your foundation of knowledge may have been interfered with a little bit, even though like you do shine really bright and you want to like give the world what they need to know. Like just be aware that the things that you thought you knew may not have actually been the case. And it's going to take a lot of mental clarity to really address a lot of those things in general. And yeah, I mean, it's time to choose the higher path, you know, if you so want, you know, you can do whatever you want. This is what your guides want you to know. They want the best for you. So do whatever you want, but just know that your guides are like, hey, there's a higher path. Probably choose it. I feel like I'm judging you guys right now, which is not fully true, but it's not fully not true. Yeah, all right, so gross. I didn't like that reading. I'm sorry, Capricorn. That's how I felt, but that's how I felt. So done so far. We have Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Leo, Capricorn. So we got the earth signs knocked out. That's pretty good. All right, currently on, I don't know yet. Let's find out. All right, pull an elemental card. Got 2 elemental cards. Interesting. All right. So 6 of air. So we got another air sign. We also got the love card, which is nice. I don't know. So that's just feels good right now, to be real. Let's do Gemini. Gemini. It had to be said or let be known I don't feel judged. Good, good. I mean, I'm not really. I have a Capricorn moon. I'm not judging. I'm not. You know, we've all done whatever. But currently on Gemini. I have so much to say for the Capricorn one that I literally have to move on, because if I don't, I'm just gonna lay in way too hard. Whoa, my whole head just got like bleh, bleh, bleh. So there's definitely something. All right, so this is for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Gemini. Gemini is like the lungs and breathing. So whenever I do Gemini energy, I start talking faster and like I can never really breathe because I'm talking so much. I have a Gemini Jupiter. But if you have Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, please let me know in the comments. We're just dropping cards already. All right, I'm going to put that one back for now because I didn't really specify what I was pulling for. All right, so Gemini guides that want the best for Gemini. What does Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars need to see right now overall in life? pull 3. Whoa. Shake off that Capricorn energy. That's a lot. All right. I do personal readings, yeah. So let me know. All right, so this is for Gemini. Ooh, Gemini. Ooh, interesting. Okay, all right. We got some Gemini energy doing its thing. Yeah, if you want a reading, slide in. Well, if you want a tarot reading, slide in my DMs. I don't have anything on my website for it. And by DMs, I just mean really anywhere. Twitter, Instagram, email me. I was going to say you can snail mail me, but that's not true. Do not mail me things to my residence. I will be very upset. All right. So anyway, first card is the World. And this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. So I like this card. The World card is really good. I like it. It usually is about closing out cycles. That's not really what this one feels like for you right now, though. So we have like some planet down here. I don't know if that's the world. I don't know what planet that is. We have Earth right here, and then we have another one right here, and then looks like the sun is up here. So how my brain just interpreted this for your reading, Gemini, is that this is the sun, this is Mercury, this is the Earth. I don't really know what this is. Maybe the moon, probably. Yeah, let's be real. It's the moon. I can't even breathe the Gemini energy. Okay. So it is feeling like you are unlocking certain parts of your identity right now, Gemini, which is really cool. I just talked earlier today about like the dualistic nature of Gemini and Libra and Pisces. But, like there's a lot of different sides to you and a lot of different expressions of your identity. And that's really what this is feeling like right now, like having the confidence to almost like take over the world with your own energy. And I don't mean in a sense of like owning the world or anything like that, but it's more so just like, how do you want to show up in the world? What do you want people to see? How do you want them to see it? Like what it does actually, now that I mention it, it feels like there might be like 1 or 2 keys about like your specific personality that like people actually really want to see and like people are really drawn to. And others of you might feel like you don't have all the tools to fully be yourself and to fully step into your own identity and your own energy. But this card is really encouraging you to kind of like do it anyway and see what happens. Almost like some of that Gemini chaoticness of just like, fuck it, we ball, let's go, let's see, let's do, we're so curious, right? Like the Gemini energy is just so curious about themselves and the rest of the world. So don't be afraid to talk to people. Don't be afraid to talk like on the internet either, kind of like even, messages like this or Twitter or TikTok, or like getting your own message out and finding ways to do that. Because now that I think about this more, this moon, I'm going to call this down here the moon, it's trying to like keep you in your own head, in your own world of illusions. But like there's this whole other world for you if you look at it, and if you like step out and actually become like an active participant within it through your mind and through your words. And that is like going to help your personality shine super bright. So just don't be afraid of the things that you have to say, because chances are other people really actually need to hear them. And Gemini, you have a really good way of putting words to thoughts that not everybody else can. So for example, like my Aquarius Twitter account, it's like Aquarius Anthem, I retweeted something today that was like, they're like, it's a good thing that Aquarius can't put their words into thought, or their thoughts into words, otherwise like, everybody would hate us or something like that. And that's true. But for you, Gemini, you can find the words for other people sometimes too. So just don't discount the power of your brain and the power of your wordplay and the power of communication for you, because chances are other people really need it too. I'm not just saying to only do things for others, like obviously self-express about yourself, but if you are worried or apprehensive of how it will be received, just understand that like your experience and your words is relatable and people actually might need to hear it. So yeah. Let me turn my space heater on. I'm getting chilly. If it's too loud, let me know. But I have a Leo Mercury. I think I can out loud a lot of different things. So, all right. So this next card for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars is the 9 of Earth. Okay. So there's this person here. They do have a mask on, which is interesting. So it does feel like, yeah, it does feel like their true identity. They have a hood on too. So it does kind of feel like they're trying to mask themselves in some capacity. This is the Nine of Earth. So this would be Nine of Pentacles in traditional tarot. As you can see, it's a woman or feminine energy with a mask on, with a hood up. She has a necklace on. Her hair is pink, which is fun. Sound level is good. Thank you. So her hair is pink. She's holding a flower. They're yellow flowers with some like magic around them, basically. So this is really feeling like if you want to give life to the things that you're carrying, like, so there's a lot of different things that this woman could do with this flower, with this life that is in her hand. She can either, you know, put it in a vase. She could put it on somebody's grave. She could propagate, I think that's the word, the plant, and like plant another flower from it. She could take the petals and crush it into perfume. You know, she could do so many things with what she already has, but it doesn't feel like she understands that. So it doesn't feel like she recognizes everything that she actually already has in her hands, even though she does. Like, she knows it's there, she knows it's valuable, she knows she can do what she wants with it. But again, there's that like sense of wanting to stay hidden a little bit, or not wanting to fully be seen. But just know that you not really fully wanting to be seen for your creativity and for the life, literally the life that you bring into the world and through others, is actually blocking your blessings, and it's slightly blocking your stability as well, with this earth energy and this nine energy. So there's actually there's other creative ventures too. There's other life available. There's almost like I'm hearing, yeah, actually like a different life. There's literally a different life available to you if you want that, but it's like up to you, and it's up to how you want to be seen or not seen. So stop hiding. It feels like some of you Gemini energies also have some, look at the Scorpio energy in your chart. Also, maybe also look at your 8th house a little bit to really see why you might not want to be seen. There might be something shadow work wise for you to figure out a little bit more, for you to really like have and find value in everything that you're bringing to the world. But you're cool as fuck. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, you're cool as fuck. Like, people want to hear you. People want to experience your energy. Like, you're cool. You're great. Yeah, so don't be afraid to be a fucking idiot. I'm just kidding. But like, honestly, don't be afraid to try new things, is what this Fool card is. Don't be afraid to take a step in a different direction. If you make music, or if you like write, or anything, really anything creative that uses a voice or getting words out or anything, this is a really cool time for you to be confident in your own energies and to step into the world and just do that in like full send type energy, honestly. Yeah, you have messages for people and they probably need to hear them. You might need to hear them from yourself too. That's another thing. Yeah, Gemini, you might need to hear some messages from yourself. So don't be afraid to write. Don't be afraid to record, create, put your stuff out there on social media, write a book, do whatever. Just stop hiding yourself and your gifts and your abilities, because people want to hear it. And yeah, like, anytime you try anything new, you're probably gonna suck at it. You know, like, you're probably not gonna be master level right away, and that's fine. Like, go with what you're passionate about, go with what you're curious about, and go down whatever route feels correct for you in right now, I guess, in general. So yeah, don't be afraid of yourself, Gemini. You got a lot of shit to I was gonna say a lot of shit to do, but a lot of things to say, and really probably very complex ways to say them. So I can't necessarily tell you exactly how. But yeah, Gemini does rule social media. So done so far. We have Pisces. You're just joining. Welcome, welcome. Taurus, Virgo, Leo, Cap, Gemini. All right, currently on I don't know yet. Let's find out. Let me pull an element card. Air. Okay. Let's do Libra. Currently on Libra. Cool. All right. So Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. This reading is for you. I'm asking your guides that want the best for you, what they want you to know right now. So this one is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. If you're just joining, please hit that subscribe and like button so that other people can also find these messages if they're supposed to. And in the comments, if you want to let me know your Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, I'm very curious. Also, if I am doing a reading and you have things to say, please comment. I do have some dual processing sometimes. So, all right. Libra, Libra, Libra. What do your guys know? All right, just 2 for Libra, it sounds like. Oh, interesting. All right, we've actually seen both of these cards already, so that's fun. I think we saw them with Taurus. Yeah, which is interesting because Libra and Taurus are both the Venusians, so you guys might be going through slightly similar themes, which actually makes sense. So the first card we have is the 3 of Fire. I'm just going to show you the second card. So this is for Libra. We have the 5 of Air. Okay. So this 3 of Fire card, I see it as the timeline card, meaning that like you can choose your own experience. You can choose what direction you're going in. Like right now for you, it does feel like there's a lot of different options. Kind of like I was saying earlier, what you didn't watch. So let me just tell you what I was saying. So this girl is on a tightrope. You can't really see, but you kind of can. There's like, she's on the rope, she's on the wire, and there's 2 different ways to go. So I see that as like 2 different paths to take. It might be slightly blocked by somebody in your life that wants you to stay on the same timeline as them. But if you are like getting anxious, not anxious, maybe, if you're not anxious isn't the word I'm looking for. If you're getting like almost like weighed down, or what's the word I'm looking for? It's like when you're sick of something and you want to like get out of it. Wow, I really can't think of this word right now. It's annoying. Anyway, so now I'm annoyed because I want that word because it feels important. Bothered. No, it's like when you're over a situation. Restless. That's the word I was looking for. Libra, you might be feeling a little restless right now with your current timeline. You might be a little bored, honestly. You may have outgrown it a little bit. It might not really feel how it felt before. So just know that like you can go in any direction you want to go, but the only direction you should not go is backwards. So there's no south on this thing, and in my brain, south is backwards. So don't go backwards. Whatever you do right now, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, like there may be certain like relationships and people because you're Libra that are like trying to pull you back into their energy and onto their timeline. But like I think that it's time to not necessarily jump ship, but definitely like elevate ship and go different directions than what you're doing now. Because it feels like if you try to stay in whatever you're doing right now, this could be jobs, this could be relationships, this could be really anything. This could be physical location. I mean, apply it where it fits, right? But yeah, if you stay in the current energy that you're in right now, it's only gonna, Benjamin used the word bothered. Yeah, it's only gonna bother you more. It's only gonna irritate you more. So if you're having like flashes of inspiration and like different ideas and like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to go do that? Or, oh, wow, wouldn't it be interesting to experience that? Yeah, maybe it would be, So just know that you do have the ability and the tools and everything that you need in order to change timelines, in order to go in any direction that you see fit that works a little bit better for you. And you don't necessarily have to ask anybody's permission. I'm having a few other thoughts, but let's move on to this card. So the 5 of air, I'm really hearing to like free your mind right now. Free your mind. So if there is somebody else's mind or intellect that is constantly like interfering with yours, and by interfering, what I mean is like, let's say that you want to go on a trip next weekend for whatever reason, and you end up bringing this up to like your coworker or your partner or whoever. They might be like, well, you can't go there because I wanted to do this, or like, don't do that because then this might happen. You know, like people might be like putting little fucking into your thoughts and ideas that don't really need to be there or belong there. You know, like it does feel like other people are trying to influence your path. And that does tend to happen to Libra quite often, because Libra does tend to be people pleasers, but like Libra really is good at decision making overall, but not necessarily when it involves other people. Okay. So I think that this is what is really showing me like there are some other people in your life that are like too much, or like their impact on your mental process and your ideas and your direction is too involved, and it's not allowing you to be completely authentic, and it's not allowing you to go on the path that you want to be on. It's kind of like you're allowing them to kind of like take you along on theirs, and that's not a good or fun or decent place to be. So it does feel like your energy is being taken advantage of right now a little bit. So just understanding where that is and where you want to go, and then identifying the people that might be blocking your path or don't want you to understand that there are different routes to take. I'm going to pull one more card for Libra. It does feel like there's one more message for you guys. Ugh. Back hurts a little bit. Might be afraid to let people down or like break some hearts or something. I don't know. You're a Libra though. You're kind of used to that. Oh shit. All right. So your next card for Libra, like what your guides want you to know right now, message for you is the King of Fire. Okay, so this would be the King of Wands in traditional tarot. Tap back into your own magic and your own heart space. See what you can see, like when you're in your own energy. You know, again, like it does feel like other people have been trying to kind of influence the path that you're about to take, or the path that you're on, or the path that they want you to stay on with them. But are you charged up? Are you passionate? Are you where you want to be? Because if you aren't where you want to be, you're actually really not that effective for other people anyway. Like, you know, your vibration, or your, not necessarily vibration, but like your energy just might be on a slightly different level than somebody else's, and they know that they can keep you on their level if you stay in that energy with them. And that, I don't think that's what you want. I definitely think it's huge time for Libra to understand their own heart energy, like, and the energy that comes to them, the energy that they attract to themselves when they're living through a heart space. So like almost getting out of your head a little bit and more into your heart. How do you feel? You know, how are you feeling? Like definitely check in with how you're feeling right now. And if you're feeling manipulated, then you probably are. So it's time to boss the fuck up, get into your own energy, whatever that means for you. Let me there's like one or two keywords in this deck, I have a feeling, for King of Fire. So let's look it up. All right, King of Fire, spiritual influencer, creative, inspired leadership. Interesting. Okay. So when I am aligned with spirit, I'm a powerful leader who inspires others. My mastery benefits others as I teach them directly at times and indirectly at others, modeling what they might aspire to. How can I be confident in my own ability and vision without becoming rigid or closed off to new ideas? Okay, so confidence in your own abilities and vision. Confidence in your own abilities and vision. That's the biggest takeaway from this. So understanding what your vision is and having confidence in yourself. And maybe like, I think I said this with somebody else. I think it was probably Virgo. Like, not everybody needs to know your plan. You don't need to tell everybody everything. Libra loves to socialize and be social and to just like say things because, you know, they're relating to others. But like, not everybody's you, Libra. Not everybody's a good part, you know, not everybody wants the best for you, which sucks, which is like horrifying as a human to realize in life that like not everybody wants the best for you. They don't even want the best for themselves. So it is what it is, you know? So don't necessarily like let everybody know what you're up to and just go into your own energy and create for yourself and be confident in it. It might be other people that don't see how great you are because they want to be great, but you're great. Okay. If you have any thoughts on Libra, please let me know. And so far, we have done Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Leo, Capricorn, it's currently on Aries. Nice. All right. Oh. All right. Let me pull an elemental card to see who we got next. Air, Aquarius, you called it, Danae. She's like, we're doing Aquarius next. Yes, we are. You're powerful. I like it. Okay, so this next reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Intuition, super on point. Very good foresight from the Aquarius. Shocker. No, I love Aquarius. Aquarius is probably my favorite sign overall. It just so interesting. Yeah, I actually type this out. Aquarius. I love Libra energy. The flirtiest people I've met. I love Libra energy too. I love it. I have a tropical Libra rising, and it is a good time. Let me tell you what. All right, let me do this. So all right, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. What do your guides that want the best for you? What do they want you to know right now? What messages do they have for you? We'll see if anything flies out. If not, I'll pull, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. Aquarius energy is never what you think it's going to be, is it? I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it's not. You don't know. That's the fun in it. Are they going to be consistent today? Or are they going to be consistently inconsistent today? We don't know. We don't know yet. But we're going to try to find out. All right, let's do a few more. Aquarius. Let's see what we got for Aquarius. All right. 3 cards. Nope, 4 cards, I guess, for you guys. I gotta pull. Oh. All right. Card 1. Card 2. Huh. Card 3. Oh. You guys ready? Y'all ready for this? Cue jock jams. Okay, so first card we have for Aquarius, and this is just general messages that your guides that want the best for you want you to know. Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. We have the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor. All right, so this is masculine energy. We got a lion in a crown, on a throne, in armor, with a sword. Remember how I was saying this deck doesn't really have a ton of swords because it's like air energy is elemental. So this is one other card where you do have the sword. Sword definitely signifies intellect, also protection. Very regal energy. Very much knows that you're powerful. Definitely knows that you're not one to be fucked with. I think that Aquarius, you've probably learned that again and again. And hopefully by this point, others know to not fuck with you, but they might not have got the message. they might not have got that message through their thick skulls. Is what. So, you know, like, if this card were for Leo, I would have a different message, but it's for Aquarius. So your Emperor energy comes from you being so much yourself that other people are just like, nah, I'm like kind of horrified, to be honest with you, kind of horrified, because they know that they can't reach that level of uniqueness, weirdness. I say lovingly, like, they know they can't fuck with that shit. And so your guides are like, hey, 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 be confident, defend yourself, do all the things that you already wanted to do, because like all these fucking Aquarius, my brain said peasants, which is, you know, you're not above anybody, but like maybe you are. So whatever, you know what I'm saying. So like, don't worry about their opinions, their thoughts. And I know like you don't, but like you do, you know? So yeah, you have everything you already need to defend yourself, to be completely who you are, to step into your Emperor energy. So like, it does feel like there is a lot to be created with this energy for you right now, this Emperor energy. Like, if you want to take shit over, there's probably a good reason for it. Okay. I think that people forget that Aquarius is the humanitarian. They want the best for everybody, even if the way they go about it seems a little bit self absorbed and like, why are they doing it like that? At the end of the day, Aquarius truly does want what's best for the collective, because they know that like without the collective, what are we? Like, we're nothing really. So they hate people, but they love people type energy. Like, they don't like how people are, but they understand how they are. So it is what it is. So do whatever you want, build whatever you want, create whatever you want, and be confident about it. All right. Also, I'm hearing like literally dress different if you feel like it. Wear the jewelry that you've been wanting to wear. Like, wear the outfits that you, I don't know, stand out, stand out. Don't afraid to be bold, be bold. If you are wondering like how to do that, look into the Leo energy in your natal chart to see where you could possibly like output some of that energy. If you are an Aquarius sun, definitely tap into that sun energy, that like really bright energy that you can tap into if you so choose. I'm also hearing like keep them guessing. So like, don't, again, kind of like with like what I've said to everybody, don't tell people necessarily what you're up to, but also like move in such ways that you already do, just like kind of chaotic, but also like, you know, your path. So making it seem like you don't know what you're doing to throw people off. I don't know. There's a lot of really interesting Aquarius energies being thrown in my brain right now. So as I say them, if you resonate, great. If you don't, that's fine. Like, just take what hits and leave what doesn't. But yeah. Your rising is Leo. Yeah. So definitely Danae, like tap into that Leo energy a little bit to find the confidence and boldness to step into your identity fully, which is the Emperor. So let me go back. So before I started ranting about like Aquarians wanting to be the like humanitarians and stuff, like the ideas that you have, the empires that Aquarius could create are so fucking baller, right? Like, so cool, so amazing, so forward thinking, so dope. But they tend to, yeah, they tend to like lack that tenacity to really put like action into things. A lot of the time they like to stay in their brain and not actually like bring it down to the earth and actually implement and build their real empire. So it's time, Aquarius, for you to actually do that, because people need you to do that. There's three other cards here. This reading is far from over, Aquarius, and I'm getting goosebumps, so I know this resonates. But yeah, it resonates. One person caught on to me. We love people. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So this next card is very interesting. I have like definitely a few thoughts about it, but so this is for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. This next card, undersell, over deliver. Yeah. Yeah, the drive, momentum, not there at the moment. Oh yeah, well, you'll see why in a little bit, in a second here. So the second card you have, Aquarius, is this Four of Water card. It's this mermaid underwater. This would be the Four of Cups card in traditional tarot. So all the pearls here, pearls to me indicate Venusian energy, because Venus and Aphrodite, she's very like pearls, and that's where that mythology and archetype comes from. So the fact that you're underwater though is interesting with this Four of Water energy. There's like pearls around you, which means to me that there's like love interests around you or relationships around you, typically involving love. Water is emotion, so there are things within your life that you are, I don't want to say overly emotional about, but you're definitely focusing a lot of your emotions on it. And I'm hearing that it's like impacting your well-being overall. So whatever that means for you, whether that means like your health, your mind, whatever. So there's one relationship in particular, and this could be from the past, this could be right now, this could be in general, but there's one relationship that you are like holding out. Look at it. Like, this is the one. This is so important to me. Only this one matters. When there's like other ones around you too, that like these ones kind of fell down, this one's still right next to your head. Like, there's a lot of other like love interests or potential like relationships around you, but you're so dead set and which is fixed energy, Aquarius, classic, right? They're like, but I want this fish. I want this one. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But I think like a lot of this has been building up this one in your head, when in reality, it might not fully be like that. So if that's not you right now, that's great. But it definitely is feeling like there's like one relationship that is kind of like taking over your energy. Not in a fun way, not like taking your emotional energy and kind of running with it. It doesn't really feel like you're getting much back from this. This isn't feeling like a harmonious thing. This is feeling like a emotional manipulation type thing. And it could be from the energy that you've put in, but it also might be energy that others have put on you. So just be aware of that. I think most of you, if you're spiritual, you probably know what I mean by that at this point. The next card, this is an interesting card, and this is kind of why I was reading this Four of Water in this way. So this next card is the Seven of Air. So again, air would be swords in traditional tarot. So the Seven of Air, we have this woman, this like angel woman type thing. I think there's probably 7 birds around her. There's one that's like looking up at her from her lap. She has a mask on, as you can see. She has one foot that's trying to like step forward a little bit. So air is intellect, like I said, like whereas water is more of our emotional side, air is our intellectual side, our mind, our thought processes. So this person, it's like you want to take a step forward, but you may really not know where you're going or what you're doing, or maybe even who you want to do it with, or maybe like the things that you thought you wanted have changed a little bit. Like, let me read some of these comments. Hold on. So, the driving momentum not there. Too much expectations that haven't come to fruition. Yeah. Moon is in Pisces too. Interesting. Okay. So so there's literally like, so remember I was saying she wants to like take a step forward. There's literally a duck in her way. So it's like you want to stand up, but there's, how do I want to interpret these birds right now? There's a bunch of different kinds of birds, okay? The thing that's keeping you stuck isn't even trying to move. So this feels like another person, or like it feels like a person of some sort, like whether that's a relationship or whatever, but like somebody doesn't want you to realize that you can just get up and go at any point. And they are pleasantly sitting there on/next to your foot being like, you don't gotta go, you can just stay here in this energy with me forever. Of course you can, because you're taking all of your energy. That's probably why you don't have any. because they're taking all of it because your focus is on them. Why? I'm a Leo. I already know why, but whatever. So she has a mask on. There's a little bit of purple on her mask. You can't really see it, but there may be some like crown manipulation, or the messages that you're getting may not really be what you thought they were. So be really aware of that right now. Kind of like I was saying with the Pisces reading, like if you're watching too many readings and not really checking in with yourself, definitely like literally log off right now and go check in with yourself because I'm a messenger from spirit, but like you got to do your own work too, is kind of what that point is. There's a lot of people that want to know what your next move is going to be in your life and also like in society in general, because like people fucking know that this is you. People, Aquarius, people know what you could do if all of your energy was yours again. People know. People aren't dumb. And by people, I mean like everybody. I mean everybody. Danae's like, fuck. Yeah, bro. Like, people know what you could really fucking do if your energy was where was building your empire. People know. You know. Scary. It's like almost scary because it's you already get it. All right. So people are watching you. People don't want you to move. Some of them do. Some of them support you. Don't get me wrong. You got a lot of people that will totally hop on the train if you get that empire going. But there's a lot of people that are like, or we could just sit on this foot for the rest of time. So I'm realizing we're more connected than we think. Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking boy, are we ever. All right. Similar. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, as humans, we all share very similar themes, you know? And typically we experience different things at different times, but sometimes the collective timeline checks out and we're all dealing with the same shit. So, all right, Aquarius, this is your fourth card. This is probably the most important card of the cards that I just pulled outside of the Emperor. But this card was just to remind you of how powerful you actually are and all the things that you actually are here on this planet to build. Why would you come? No, Aquarius, think about it real quick. Why would you come to this planet with all of what you are if you weren't supposed to build something epic? If you weren't supposed to be here, why would you be here? All right. Anybody want to guess what this next card is? Danae, do you know already? She probably does. This last card for Aquarius. I'm ready. Are you ready? The Tower. All right, Tower. I feel a lot of different ways about Kanye right now, but I just had his song lyrics, All Falls Down. So let me look up those lyrics really quick because there's something there. All falls down, Kanye. Don't get me wrong, I love Kanye, but just celebrities right now can eat a dick, basically. Okay. First of all, go look at the lyrics yourself because there's probably going to be something that stands out to you. The part of this that always stands out to me is it this song? Maybe it's not. Here it is. So it seems we're living the American dream, but the people highest up got the lowest self-esteem. The prettiest people do the ugliest things for the road to riches and diamond rings. We have the Tower. The Tower card signifies that something needs to end. Something needs to die. Something needs to be knocked over. It's almost like Pluto energy. Not almost. It feels like very Pluto energy. I don't even feel, it doesn't even feel like Scorpio energy right now. It just feels like Pluto. Straight up, just something's gonna end, you know? If we're looking at this card, which we are with the rest of the cards here, it's feeling like, you know, whoever the fuck is sitting on your foot and whoever you're giving all of your energy to, that's likely what needs to end right now. I just posted recently, it is eclipse season. Whenever you're watching this is when you're supposed to watch it, but right now while I'm filming it, it is eclipse season. And I post, what the fuck did I post? No, do not let me lose this message. Now I gotta look it up. Motherfuckers. Probably gonna get like banned from YouTube before I even get 1,000 followers for swearing constantly. All right, what did I say? So Aquarius, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whenever you see this, this could be in 2030, this could be tomorrow, it doesn't matter. This is the affirmation, and I want you to say this and feel it. And even if you want to do spell work but behind it, that's great. Say, my energy is mine. I call all of my energy back to me. Do this multiple times a day. I promise you, do it multiple times a day, because whatever you're putting your energy into that doesn't want you to move, blocking your fucking empire, it needs to stop. It needs to stop. You have a lot to offer the world. And whoever is like taking all of your attention, they're not here for you. I mean, they're here for you to learn some lessons, but they're here to slow you the fuck up. So my energy is mine. I call all of my energy back to me. Jump ship. Abandon all hope for whatever this is. Whoever this is, they don't know how to create their own energy, so they've just been stealing yours. Like truly, like they don't know how to. I just heard like they actually kind of want to be you, but they're not. So I've been hearing it, but I'm not ready to let go. My energy is mine. I claim it all back to me. Yeah. So if it's a person, do a cord cutting ritual. There's literally, I know, I can feel Aquarius doesn't just act like this for no reason. You know what I mean? So like the connection that you had, know that you're going to find a better one with somebody else. You're like, no, I won't. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Yes, you will. Maybe not right now, but like eventually, because you got to learn these lessons first. I think Saturn and Uranus are just going to let you like not learn your lessons and give you blessings. No. No, they're not, unfortunately. Like that's not how that goes. That's not how their day goes. That's not how your day's going to go either. I had something else, but it left my brain, so maybe I don't have something else. But yeah, Aquarius, whoever this is, it's got to go. Oh yeah, cord cutting candle, cord cutting ceremony. Oh, here's what it was. This person has a grip on you, but it's like beyond the physical realm. It is spiritual, and potentially, if you've been doing any forms of sex magic, and by that I just mean like masturbating while thinking about them, that's creating a tie as well. So stop looking at their page, cut off communication. I mean, do whatever you want to do. This is just your guides talking to you through me. So do whatever you want to do, but you have an empire to build, and whoever the fuck this is not going to help you do it. But there's other people around. There's people like, hey, I can give you love. Hey, there's love here. Hey, there's love here. You're like, but it's not this ball of love. Okay, great. That's fine, because that ball of love's not even wanting you to go anywhere. They want you to stay where you're at because they know you're great, and they don't want you to do it because then there has to be a tower, and that sucks for them. So just, yeah, I don't know. It's time to tower that shit. Anyway. Aquarius, you know? All right, so already done. Pisces, we did Taurus, they're in Aries, yeah, which probably means they're a real sky Pisces, which is a lot, you know? So we did Taurus, we did Capricorn, we did Virgo, we did Leo, we did Gemini, we did Libra, and we did Aquarius. All right. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, we're so much more connected than we think. It's amazing. Yeah, man, we really are connected. It's collective consciousness, you know? Collective consciousness. All right. Who's next? I want to do Sagittarius. Should I pull? No, I'm going to do Sagittarius. So, up now. Aries, sorry. I was like, I do Sagittarius first for some reason. All right, so yeah, I don't know. Sag is like, hey, what about me? Damn. All right, let's do it. Who do we have left? We have, I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Okay, so this message is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. If you are any of those, this is for you and that specific placement for you. So, like, if it's your Venus, apply it to Venus energy. If it's your Sun, apply it to your Sun. It's kind of, I like doing readings like this because then, like, if you have 6 different placements, there's 6 different readings for all the different energies that you're experiencing right now. So that's fascinating to me. But anyway, all right. So Sagittarius, guides, what do you want Sagittarius to know right now? You guys don't want the best for Sagittarius. I just felt like a trickster trying to get in, like, I'm going to tell Sag this. No, you won't. Just very, like, Sag energy. All right. Guys that want the best for Sagittarius, what do you want them to see right now? What do you want them to know? What do you want them to comprehend? What do you want them to think about? I love Sag. I think that, I mean, Sagittarius is like the highest form of fire energy in the zodiac. People, I think, get a little like too pulled into the memes and just think they're alcoholics, which they can be, but like they're a lot more than that too. All right, 3 for Sag. Let's do it. Sagittarius guys. Ooh, a lot of different messages, a lot of different paths, which is very classic for Sag. A lot of different energies. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. One more. Nope. Yep. Ugh. Ooh, that one was a pull. That one didn't want to be pulled. Sages are the best of friends. Yeah, definitely. All right, so this first card, I am going to read from the book for this first card. I have thoughts, but also the book does too. So your first card, Sagittarius, is the 8 of Fire. So it's this like youthful-ish woman on a panda riding through a bamboo forest on this panda. She has a fan. I keep meaning to look up the spiritual and cultural significance of fans. So if you know, please let me know in the comments. But if not, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know it. But I know that there is one and I want to know what it is because that definitely matters for the meaning of this card. But there's a lot of lanterns. This would technically be the 8 of Wands in traditional tarot, but I don't. This is its own energy in this deck for sure. A lot of light around you, a lot of magic around you. It's not feeling like bad magic though. Like it's feeling like this is a cool, fun path that you are able to go down if you so choose. A lot of inspiration coming your way. And if there's not, if you're feeling uninspired, go travel, go do something, go. And even if you got to go do it by yourself, like you're probably going to meet some cool people that are aligned with you. Sagittarius, whenever you don't know what you're doing or where you're going, it usually either means one of two things. One, you just haven't chose a direction to move your energy toward. Two, you may not have had the experiences just yet that you need in order to understand your next direction. Because Sagittarius is very experiential energy overall. So if you're not doing new things, if you're not having fun, if you're not like kind of feeding that Jupiter energy a little bit of like, yeah, let's go meet new people, let's have fun, let's like be a party, let's go travel, let's go see what's over there. Oh, I haven't been to this town yet. Oh, I haven't been to this new bar yet. Bar, I guess I'm being generalizing of Sagittarius now too, but that's kind of the vibe, like go travel, go take the road that is not as traveled, because you're probably going to meet some very interesting people there and draw some inspiration. So I am going to read from the book for this card because I do think that there's a little bit more. Also, if you want to go look up the like cultural spiritual meaning of fans, that might be relevant to you of some capacity. I'm not really sure, but so gathering momentum, celebrating swift changes, travel, and transformation. So that is what your guides want you to really focus on right now, Sag. Momentum is building as the power of spirit serves to power this transformation. I am traveling to new territories and I'm eager to experience all that these lands have to offer. I have arrived at my destination and now the adventure of discovery is energizing me. Yeah, exactly. So Sag, go live your life, enjoy yourself, experience the things. All right, the second card for Sagittarius, I'm also going to read from the book but I'm going to break down the symbolism on the card as well. So we have the Seven of Water. Seven of Water. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. So some searches say the fan represents secret messages. Oh, very interesting. So, I mean, maybe that's messages from your guides. Maybe people are keeping secrets. Maybe you're keeping secrets. I don't know. That can mean a lot of different things. So take whatever you want from that or look it up yourself. But yeah, that's good to know. Thank you for looking that up, Benjamin, my bad. All right. So Seven of Water. So we're definitely dealing with a little bit of more of the emotional side now. This would be the Seven of Cups card in traditional tarot, but we got the Seven of Water. We have a woman. She's sitting on this, like, she's actually, I think she's above the water. I'm pretty sure she's not in the water. I think she's above it. I feel like that's the water down there. And then you're like, okay, but why are so many things out of the water? I don't know. I literally feel like they're like jumping over her. And she's watching. This card's so intricate right now. There's so many different interpretations. And again, that's probably because Sagittarius's energy is always like, put two Sagittariuses in a room together, they're two completely different humans. You know what I mean? Like they're the same, but they're very different, like in their experiences, because they've just done different things in different ways. So that's what this is feeling like. There's a lot of like different messages in this reading for Sag because you guys are so fucking chaotic, and I love that for you. So, Seven of Water. Let me read the book. I have thoughts, but I also want to hear what this says. All right, so Seven of Water. All right. Imagination, fantasy, artistic endeavors, co-creative abilities unleashed. All right. Yeah, you guys are definitely a creative bunch. That's for sure. Never really fully a dull moment in your life. Even if it is dull, it's also super not. So it says, now is the time to tune into the infinite possibilities that exist and begin to play with them. Ooh. Everything begins in the world of imagination, and I seize the opportunity to dream. I allow my intuition and desire to blend in an alchemical way. Whatever, you know that word, forming something new. Castles in the air can become castles on the ground when I release rigidity bend the rules and remain flexible and open. Limitations and boundaries give way to manifestation. Spirit never doubts the power of possibility, and neither will I. That's very interesting. I'm also from this card, like I said, I feel like she's sitting above the water. So it's like harnessing your creative emotional energy, but then to put it into something else and to not necessarily like get weighed down by your own whatever. It doesn't really feel like you are anyway, but this is just a reminder to like really not be leading yourself with feelings and emotions. But also understanding like you do have the ability to create, you have the ability to dream a little bit further than maybe you had been allowing yourself. And like I said, like there might be some people coming in for you if you choose to go down like some new paths that can really understand your brain and your mind and can collaborate with you and co-create with you, so you don't necessarily have to do everything by yourself. I know that Sagittarius energy does like to be really independent, but just keep in mind that there might be somebody on a very similar path to what you are wanting to move down. In the reading I did for Sagittarius and Aquarius the last time, it was like what's holding you back. It essentially was like go hang out with each other, Sagittarius and Aquarius. And I kind of feel like that again, like Sagittarius and Aquarius, their path is usually very unique, and that fire and air energy can do really well together. So if you're looking for partnership but like don't like partnership, Aquarius and Sagittarius is usually pretty good because they want freedom and like individuality, but they still appreciate the co-creative aspect of things as well. So that can be important. But on a very like deeper esoteric level, it's feeling this card is very interesting as well. Like the fact that these things aren't in the water, the fact that she is sitting above the water, even though pretty much every other water in this deck, it's like underwater. So this is showing me that, yeah, Sag, like you really are not getting weighed down by emotional stuff. But at the same time, no, fuck that. You're not getting weighed down by emotional stuff. I don't think you're supposed to right now. Doesn't mean be heartless, but I don't think, whatever, you get it. Yeah, my brain went really esoteric. I do have more thoughts, but maybe they're not really that relevant for you guys right now. So I'm just gonna keep those in my brain currently. All right, this last card for you guys, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. We have the World card. I love this card. We got this card for Gemini as well. So you, Sagittarius, you have the ability to unlock your own personality by being who you are. And it's going to take slight mental shifts. So the way I view this card in particular is we have the Earth here. I count this as Mercury. Maybe if it was something else, I'd count it as something else. But I see this as Mercury. I see this as the sun. And then this is the moon over here with the word world in it. So it's feeling like, don't get caught up in the illusions of this world or of the moon, basically. So if you have a Sagittarius moon, actually like really consider pulling away emotionally from certain things. But sorry, that was just for Sag moons. But yeah, the moon represents illusions. Okay, it does represent emotions, but it's also very much illusions. So a lot of people, and maybe including you, maybe not, are living with a lot of illusions. Like their world feels like it's just full of illusions. Whereas like you want to be grounded on the actual planet to understand your mental processes and your thoughts and your own ideas so that you can really tap into your own identity, and really like unlock certain key parts of yourself that the world is needing and you're needing and probably like building within the world. So there might be one more thing here. So check out, can you see like little waves in this little ball here? It's almost like cloud cover or like marbling. Oh, I see. There's a little face in there. There's a man's face. Whoa, I did not. Hold on. Let me fucking one moment. Huh. Oh shit, there's two faces. Oh shit, it's the sun and maybe the moon, even though that looks like wind. Okay, so in this, there's like, you can't see it, but there's a sun over here, and there's like a face of a man, and it looks like wind over here. Because I was attributing that to Mercury, the way I see that is that there may be some other people's identities, sun, and thoughts, air slash wind, that are impacting the way that you are fully showing up. So I kind of mentioned this with Libra, and I think somebody else as well. Like, there may be certain people in your life that are like negatively impacting your mind to keep you out of your true identity and who you really are, and who you're like, your true power almost, which is your sun. So if you don't have a Sagittarius sun, that's totally fine. Like, whatever sun placement you have, that's going to be the energy that you can tap into to really shine in whatever you want to shine in within this life. So yeah, don't let other people's like identities and mental influence impact the way that you are showing up and creating your own world through your own identity, because it's not up to them, it's up to you, and you're not living life for them, you're living life for you. Yay. Okay, cool. Oh, interesting. Sagittarius. All right, who have we done so far? Already done. Welcome. If you are just joining, please give me a like and subscribe. Let me know your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars in the comments. Very curious. If you have any thoughts as I do the reading, please let me know. Identity. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Pisces, we've done. Taurus, we've done. Capricorn. Gemini, we've done. Virgo, we've done. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, cool. All right, next up, currently on, who do we have left? We have the water signs mostly, and then Aries, and then I will do Ophiuchus as well. I won't do Orion, not officially reading for Orion just yet. I do real sky astrology, so I look at the sun's ecliptic path. So those are the constellations that I consider zodiac constellations, anything that the sun touches on the ecliptic path. So yeah, not everybody does though, and that's okay. Do whatever you want. All right, so let's do, should we do Aries and then, yeah, let's do Aries and then wrap up with the water energy and Ophiuchus energy. Okay, so this reading will be for Aries, sun, moon, rising. Never heard a reading for Orion. Yeah, because I've never done one. I've done like very small interpretations for people within like actual chart readings. Because like Orion takes up like 1 degree, and I've had a few people that have been like, no, I'm an Orion rising. I'm like, I believe you, you know, like I fully believe you. I haven't like channeled or written anything for the archetype yet, because it hasn't really come to me. But if you look at Orion, I associate it with fire energy and the sun as well. It does share it with Leo, which is hilarious to me because Leo doesn't want to share. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like warrior energy. It's like fire energy that's between Aries and Leo. So it's between that like just raw energy warrior and wanting to be the hero. It's like right in between that kind of. So I don't know. I don't have the answers yet, but those are just my initial insights. Anyway, okay, Aries. So guides for Aries, sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. This reading is for you. What do your guides that want the best for you want you to know right now? We'll see if any cards fall out. There's probably a lot going on for Aries right now, actually. It's kind of what I'm feeling. A lot of Aries might actually be Pisces, so on the real sky. So definitely take that into consideration. Overall, if you don't relate to this Aries message, then you might be Pisces. If you don't relate to the Taurus message, you might be Aries. You know, there's a lot of things happening here. All right, so Aries, though. Aries, Sun and Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. What do your guides want you to know right now? All right. I'm supposed to pull 5 cards. That's a lot, but let's do it. This energy is weird. All right. Damn. Oh boy. Okay. No, I mean, no, it's just, it's not even bad, honestly. Like, nothing in this Aries reading is bad. It's just a lot of energy, which makes sense. A lot of unexpressed energy. Yeah. Okay. 5 cards for Aries. So buckle up. All right. So this first card we have, and they all kind of fit together, but not really. So this first card we have is the 9 of Earth. I believe we did see this with somebody else as well. So this is technically like 9 of Pentacles in traditional tarot, but 9 of Earth, it is upright. You have a lot to offer the world. I think you're afraid to, though, is essentially what this is saying. You're afraid to really show your authentic and true self. I think Aries, they know they are really intense people and not everybody can handle their energy, which is true, but not everybody's supposed to handle your energy, you know? That's why you're an Aries. Like, not everybody can hang, and that's okay. So this 9 of Earth, though, is like, by you not really fully stepping into who you are as a person and like showing out through your identity and showing out through who you are. And this is really for, you know, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Like, you got a lot to say, you got a lot to be. I heard be all you can be. But you're not going to become that, and you're not going to really show. I'm hearing like it's time to show off. It's time to like show up and show off and like kind of get into that Aries energy how you only can. Like, nobody can tell an Aries how to be an Aries. They just go be an Aries. You know, it's like this very almost like shot out of a cannon type energy. And for some reason, it's feeling like you as an Aries are like afraid of that energy right now. You may have burned a lot of things with that energy. So maybe you're like kind of reevaluating how you want to show up through that energy, which is fair. Like, I do think certain bridges were burned for you that maybe did fuck with your stability a little bit and really did show you like, oh shit, I can't really, you know, be that aggressive or that whatever with my energy. But now it's feeling like it's kind of left you in a space where you're not really comfortable being yourself, even though you have a lot to offer the world and a lot of like new life and new things to give. So just because like you being you in the past didn't really work out, there may be other little things to like slightly tweak. Like, you know, maybe if you like broke something or like hurt somebody's feelings really bad, like there might be certain things for you to understand about how you went about it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you yourself like aren't appreciated energy in the world. Okay, so just like reevaluate, like, could I have handled it a little differently? Yes, but like doesn't mean that you're a bad person, and it doesn't mean that like mistakes can't be come back from to create the stability in your life that you so desperately seek, but you aren't really showing up in because you're a little bit of afraid to like fully be yourself. Yeah, so it's time to take the mask off, take the hood off, and really step into who you are again without fear. That's interesting. It's not really a good spot for Aries to be like fearful, but you're afraid of yourself, which is why the fear is there. Because you're not afraid of like other things. You're afraid of going down the same paths and doing the same things in the same ways, but you're not that person right now because you grew and you learned and you understand certain things, and you also don't want certain things to block your fucking blessings. So yeah. All right. So this next card, again, we got 4 more cards. So there's a lot more here for you. That was just the first one. So this second card is the Ace of Earth. And when I pulled these cards, I'm like, I don't know, but this does feel pretty spot on for Aries the more that I think about it, especially with these other cards. So Ace of Earth, we have this buck. We have this buck on the top of this rock. It's very, not much in the background, just very much this one singular masculine deer. He's got some butterflies, I think 3 different, no, I'm sorry. Oh, those are leaves, not butterflies. He's got some leaves on his head. So what this is kind of, there's 2 different ways to look at this card. So take which one ever resonates. You either are like, no, actually there's only one way to look at this. You've been standing still for so long that leaves have been able to grow and form wherever you're standing and whatever energy you're standing in. And the Ace of Earth is like, hey, you can actually have a new beginning here. You can actually start over in whatever capacity that you need to here. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay like on this rock by yourself if you don't want to. I think some of you are like actually like pretty content on this rock, and that's okay too. But just know that like, yeah, there are new opportunities. It does feel, it's earth energy. So something with your stability, something with either your job or your work or your home. I was feeling over here like partnerships of some sort, but I mean like business, money making partnerships. So like, find new ways to show up as yourself. Let me read the book on that one. I think there's like 1 or 2 words. All right. Ace of Earth. I'm getting hungry. Are you guys hungry? Shit. All right. Ace of Earth. Prosperity in its purest form, concrete results in the physical world, abundance made manifest. So that's what it's feeling like is the potential energy for you, is like prosperity, concrete results, and abundance in action in the world. That's what you want. That's what you're working toward. That is this new beginning that you can have once you've implemented all of those older lessons so that you can like show up as yourself, but being confident about yourself and not like you're gonna burn down that ship in the way that you did before. Speaking of ships, your next card is the 3 of Fire card. So this is what I call the timeline card. You can go in whatever direction you want as long as you don't go backwards. Truly, like as long as you have an inspired focus on whatever you're doing, like go forth and prosper type energy. Don't limit yourself. Don't let anybody stand in your way that doesn't need to be there. I heard like chimes or like, what do I mean by chimes? Like wind chimes. So there may be like new pieces of information for you to start paying attention to so you know what next path that you actually want to take. Like you might not have all of the information quite yet. So like start listening to either messages, either messages from your guides of where you should go. And also like tapping into yourself and understanding like what excites you. Like, oh, does that path excite you, or does that path excite you, or does that one? Or does this version of yourself excite you, or what about this version? So yeah, like follow the energy but just don't go backwards because there's really nothing there for you. Besides the lessons that you've already learned. So if you want to repeat those lessons, feel free to go back. If you want to keep moving forward, then do that. All right. So this next card for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars is the Page of Earth. Page of Earth. So there's this young masculine, so young boy, and he's on a path, right? He's in the forest. He's on a rock. He has a lot in his hands. He has a lot of tools, scepters. He's got some little body armor happening. He's got fairy wings. He's got his little antler twig stick crown thing. There's a lot happening. This is the message from your guides that make sure to set up your like material resources how you want them to be and understanding the tools that you already have around you. So that might mean like, you know, realizing you don't have everything you need and going out and getting those things. But otherwise, this is a card about physical stability and understanding that you already have all the tools. And if you don't have them, realize that and go get them. So you don't just go out on this journey unprepared. So again, like new energy, new timeline, you have everything you need unless you don't. But that's important to pay attention to if you don't and figure out why and what to do about that. And then moving forward to a place of balance and justice for yourself and potentially for others. Like this card's complicated, actually, this justice card. This has to do with you, but it also has to do with others. So keep in mind that like there may be certain scenarios and circumstances where people feel like you were wrong and they want justice for that scenario and situation. So definitely keep that in mind. Like there may be some things within your life that it may be on you to go balance out. It might not be, you know, there you might just be like, that's in the past. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to touch it. That's fine. But just also keep in mind that there may be some situations where you actually were the perpetrator of things being unbalanced, and it feels a little unfair, like you wanted things to go your way. There's scales here, like it's tipping toward her. It does feel like you like fought pretty hard for whatever this was, but I don't think it left you in a very balanced space in general. So that's kind of why I was saying with the 9 of Earth, like you're kind of afraid to be yourself right now because it didn't maybe go so hot in this scenario. So be aware of that as you make moves forward. And if you don't want to be how you were, then don't be like that anymore, because I think you realized how unbalanced that left a lot of situations for you. So it doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that, you know, everything's terrible in life. It just means that there may be some things that you went a little bit too far on that now others may want justice to you, like from you. Hopefully it wasn't with the wrong person. You know, like some people like piss off a Scorpio, they'll ruin your life, you know? So like understand what bridges you're burning at if you want to burn them. Like burn away, but understand what you're doing. Understand the balance, the repercussions of your actions. I think you do, and I think that's why you're scared to be yourself, because you're like, I don't know. But like, yeah, just put a little fucking cap on certain areas of yourself if it's harmful to others. Truly, you can. And if you don't know how, emotional regulation time, baby. You know, like go talk to somebody to figure out how to. And I don't mean that mean or negative. Yes, accountability. Thank you, Danae. Like it just taking account of all the things that have happened within life so that you don't do the wrong thing ongoing. Because, yeah, I don't, whatever, you get it. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's not really how I thought that card would go, but that's the message that came to me. So, all right. Well, all right. Already done. Let me know if you have thoughts, questions, concerns. Pisces, we've done. Taurus, Cap, Gemini, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Aries, Sag, Aquarius. I think that's it. Cancer. Yeah, let's do Cancer. Currently on Cancer. So we have Scorpio and still to do. This is my Virgo jumping out. Still to do. We have Scorpio and Ophiuchus. All right. And this will all be recorded. Hopefully, if I lose this video, I'll be very upset, but I don't think I'm going to. All right. So, Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. This reading will be for you. I'm asking the guides that want the best for you what message they want you to know right now. Yeah, it's Scorpio season on the tropical timeline for sure. The sun technically right now is in Libra though, which is also interesting. But both timelines are valid, so you know it is what it is. The energy is on both. All right, so Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. Yeah, but let's end with Scorpio. I feel like that'll be a good closeout. So we'll do Cancer now, Ophiuchus next, and then Scorpio. Just had like 12 cards drop. All right, Cancer, what are you doing? Thank you. I like reading. Yes, I am good at reading. It takes a lot of energy though, so I don't do it as often as I'd like to, but maybe I will start it up again. Ooh. All right, Cancer. Do 4 cards for Cancer. Let's do. Jeez. Oh, wow. That would want to come out upside down. Okay. Sure. I'm literally pulling cards. There's no way they can be upside down, but they're falling to be like, we're upside down. Are you? Okay. All right. Cancer, what the fuck are you doing? Cancer, what you up to? Oh, fucking boy. Okay. Nice. Nice. Well, thank you guys for joining. I'd super appreciate it. And like your engagement really does help the reading because then I'm picking up on collective energy a lot better too. So, all right, this first card for Cancer energy, we have 4 cards. This is Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. So this is what your guides that want the best for you want you to know. The first card is King of Air. King of Air. My third eye automatically hurts, which lets me know that you are being mentally manipulated by somebody, probably a masculine. So, Cancer, you're very intuitive. You're very intuitive. You know when something feels off. You just know. You already knew. The only time you don't know is when you convince yourself that you're wrong, but you know you're not wrong. You're so intuitive. And then you go into those scenarios and you're like, why does my stomach hurt? Why does it's not funny, but it is because like you know what's up. It's just your brain that's like, this might work out. No, it won't. Sorry, it's not funny. I gotta stop laughing. It's really not that funny that you're being mentally manipulated. That sucks. That's trash. I'm sorry. Honestly, that's happening to you. But yes, Cancer, please tap into your intuition. Don't believe everything you think. Don't believe everything people tell you. There's probably more there, but yeah, you got somebody fake as fuck around you. Super fake. Super fake, super fake. They're super fakey. Yeah, you get it. Like super fucking fake. And you've known, you can feel it. So just stop ignoring that feeling and do something about it. All right, next card for Cancer. We have the Three of Water. So now we are actually getting into the emotional side a little bit. This is a mermaid. She is underwater. There's three different bowls. Actually, they're not bowls. I'm sorry. They're shells. They're shells. There's one up by her head that she's kind of like. There's one that's right here in her hand, and there's one that's at her bottom fin, because that's not a foot, it's a fin. This would be the Three of Cups card in traditional tarot, but it's the Three of Water. So shells and pearls to me represent Venus. So likely there are different, it doesn't even necessarily feel like romantic relationships in your life. It definitely can, but this is more signifying just relationships in general in your life, or deep emotional relationships that you actually care about. Okay. So this isn't like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you like deeply care about your like post office worker, but that's not what I'm talking about. You know, like this is like the actual people that you would like go to war for and like kill a snake for, and like I don't know why that was my go-to, but it was. So like these are your people that you have a very strong emotional connection to. There's three different relationships in your life that you're being asked to like kind of pay attention to. There's one that actually might be kind of helping you and supporting you and being there for you, even though you really don't like, it's not really within your awareness, but it's there and it's comfortable and it's safe and it's good. So whatever that one is, great. There's one that's in your hand that you're like putting a lot of your effort and attention and energy into. And again, this doesn't need to be romantic. This is anybody that you deeply care about. So there's one that's in your hand. It can be, though. It can be romantic if you want it to be. So there's one in your hand. There's a relationship that you like have right here that you're like, okay, well, this one's here. But her hand, it's not like reaching in. It's almost like, it's like she's like peering into it, but not like fully holding it. Okay. So whatever relationship has your attention right now, you're not fully in it. And I think you're not fully in it for your own protection, to be completely honest with you. Like it doesn't feel like it's necessarily for you. Because I think that intuitively, if you fully thought it was for you, you would 100 billion% be there and be in it. And there's also this other one that you are refusing to look at. Okay. It's like right here, and you're like, no, but I can't look at that one. So that's either one of two things. That is either somebody that's wanting to come in that like actually might be good for your mind and your brain and your well-being, or completely other scenario. This could be like a past like relationship that you are just like you're not willing to look at how much it hurt you and how much it actually impacted your mind and like your mental processing and everything that you're dealing with. You're like, it's like shadow work that's like, hi, and you're like, no. So, but like that's still impacting your mind and your heart and your everything that you're doing right now. So, yeah, just being aware of those different relationships and what you choose to do with them is really important at this time, but keeping in mind that there's a masculine around that is like really trying to fuck with your head. So whatever that means, whether that's this one that you're like vaguely in, or whether that's this one that you're not paying attention to, you're like couldn't be them or wouldn't be them, or why would I think about them? Like if you're thinking about somebody and you don't want to be and whatever, and you think you're over it, it's this motherfucker doing weird shit. All right. So the next card we have the sun and it's upside down. So this is your confidence. This is your energy. This is your identity. Whatever your sun sign is, it might not be Cancer and that's okay, but whatever your sun sign is, that is going to be the energy that you can tap into to get over this energy or whatever is like throwing you off or making you not feel like you can shine and be yourself and be full and be energetic and be within your own light energy. Like, and it sucks because you are bright, you are beautiful, you do have a lot to offer. But like whatever these relationships were or these people or are like blocking you from really seeing how beautiful you are. And like what I'm also hearing, especially with this Cancer energy that I mean, you're Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, it can be really easy for Cancer energy to get dragged down into the darkness. It can be really easy to focus on pessimism. It can be really easy to worry. It can be really easy to overanalyze emotionally. Like it's really but what I'm feeling is that like this masculine or this energy is trying to keep you out of your light, and like it's not necessarily anything you're doing wrong. It's just like the energy that is surrounding you right now that's not allowing you to see your light because there's so much darkness. So what do you do about it? Love yourself. I know. Love yourself and the people that also love you back, that like legitimately love you, not like this is a trauma bond or like this person, you know, loves me sometimes, but not all the time. Like, no, kind of like this person, whoever's down here, that like solid relationship that you are like really cool with, but you're not really paying attention to, that kind of energy, that kind of love, that like stable, grounded, I scratch your back, you scratch mine type energy. Like you're looking for balanced partnerships and relationships, and you're looking for love. And part of that is going to be loving yourself, but then also like accepting actual love into your life and not just what you think love is through the experiences that you've had. So if you like Cancer, they really get weighed down by the past. They really get weighed down by past partners, past emotions, past everything. Which can be really challenging to step out of, especially when you're like trying to, you know, develop your identity more and have more love in your life and everything like that. So just taking into account like the relationships that aren't balanced, because you give a lot and you need that energy reciprocated. Otherwise, your energy is going to get like sour, kind of. I'm hearing like stagnant water, you know, like if like moldy water. That's kind of what this whatever energy is kind of trying to keep you in, where you know there is a lot about you to love. Like you're a very lovable person, and maybe this person has made you feel like you're not, honestly, but you are. But also it's understanding your idea of love and what has actually been love in your past and what has actually been like just your idea of love or what the world told you love was, or maybe even like the love, typically Cancer, the love that like you didn't get from your parents or what they modeled love like to you. It's got like a little choked up, so you probably got a little emo right there. So you know what I mean? Like if you aren't actively like working with a therapist or somebody that understands you about how to like tap into your identity and love yourself and show up through love, might be time to do that, or like what solid good relationships actually look like versus like emotionally manipulative relationships, because that's not fair. It's not fair. And then it makes you dark, you know, and then it makes you, I don't want to say not who you are, but it's like bringing out sides of you that aren't good or aren't healthy or aren't loving and just don't feel very good. So Cancer. Wow, everybody going through it. I mean, yeah, you know, humans, tis the human experience, you know, there's always ups and downs and all around. So that's why I was like, let me just jump on live, see what's up. It's getting dark. I suppose it's daylight savings, but all right, who have we done? Everybody. We're going to do Ophiuchus now, and then we're going to do the Scorpio. So currently on... if you have Ophiuchus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, this reading is for you. I apologize for the darkness. Hopefully you can still see my cards. If not, then we'll figure something else out. But all right, Ophiuchus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. If you don't know if you have Ophiuchus placements, chances are if you have like Sagittarius for tropical, you probably have Ophiuchus placements. Some people with Scorpio also have it. So just, you know, if this resonates, take it. If not, leave it. All right. So guides that want the best for Ophiuchus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. What do you want them to know right now? Here's 2 or 3 cards. So we might pull 2 and see if we need a third or clarifier or something. Ooh, almost had one fly. All right, let's pull. So Ophiuchus. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's getting way too dark. I don't have a light. Anyway, all right. So this first card for Ophiuchus is actually the Queen of Air, Queen of Swords energy. If you're not aware of Ophiuchus energy, they're the healer. They are the healer, the generational curse breaker. Spirit is their element. It's not even one of the elements. It's like its own thing, basically. Huge connection with the other side, with the spiritual realm, with everything. So, your guides do want you to know that you are the Queen of Air. You have everything. Like you have all the mental knowledge that you need in order to fulfill whatever you're doing, essentially. I think there's one card that's supposed to be between these 2 cards, but I don't know what it is, so hold on. It's not what I was guessing at all. All right, that's fine. So the second card we have for Ophiuchus is the 4 of Fire. So it actually does feel like you have a pretty good base in general. Like, again, you already have a lot of knowledge. You already have a lot of experiences. You actually came into this life with a lot of experiences. So this is not your soul's first rodeo, essentially. But it might be time to actually start expressing some of those things. So we have this 4 of Fire. It can be like inspirational energy, but really just like being vocal, and maybe not even vocal, but if you play an instrument or something, or if you have a way of healing that is through sound, now might be a really good time to incorporate those things. I mean, even sound, it can just be like what words you're saying to people, or even saying to yourself. That can matter a lot too. I do think that some of this is introspection, not necessarily like outro focus, so like more internal than external for a lot of these energies. And what your guides want you to know right now, it's feeling like a personal confidence thing, not even necessarily confidence things, more just like recognition of what you already know and are already doing, and then finding different new inspired ways of even like bringing people together or healing, like for healing type purposes, whatever that might be, whatever that might look like. And you have a very unique way of doing it. Nobody else is going to be able to do it quite the way that you do it, because nobody else is you, and they're not supposed to be, and that's great. And the healing things that the collective needs right now, like nobody's created yet. So like it's your job literally as Ophiuchus. And that's why it's been hidden for so long, because they didn't want the collective to heal. Okay. But now you're like, actually, I have a lot to offer. And I actually have really cool ways to say it, very unique ways. Maybe it is through music, maybe it's through words, maybe it's through community, whatever you want is how you're going to be able to do it. This 4 of water is your last card. I have a few different feelings about this card, but what it is this woman or mermaid rather underwater. This would be the 4 of cups in traditional tarot. She is, sorry, let me try to get this better so you can see it or not. Anyway, it's this mermaid with she's holding a pearl out in front of her like this and like staring at it very intensely. And then there's a few other pearls like kind of scattered around. What pearls signify to me is romantic relationships in general. So there may be ways for you to like really heal yourself and others through love and through those type of relationships. There may be like one person around you that I'm hearing like wants to do it with you, but you might not really be, or you feel like they might not be quite on your level, and you're right. So I don't know what to do about that for you, honestly. Do you want me to pull one? Yeah, you do. All right. What do you do about this person that's not quite on your level? I heard yet, so that there might be something there too, but let me see. All right. More information about this person that's not quite on their level, just general, I guess, guides that want the best for Ophiuchus. Oh. Okay. We have the world card. What it is feeling like is like you're making them your world. Oh yeah, you're just trying to heal this one motherfucker when all the healing is actually supposed to be for the collective. So you can heal through your love romantic relationships, but like what about the rest of the world? What about the rest of the collective? What about everybody else? So like take the same energy that you're applying to that one person and find new creative ways to like bring it into more of like a collective thing. Is kind of what I'm feeling for you, Ophiuchus. Is what your guides want you to know. Do whatever you want. I don't care, but that's what your guides want you to know. So yeah. All right, last one. Of course, it's dark for Scorpio. Love it. All right. So the last reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. I'm asking your highest guides what they want you to see right now. No, not your highest guides. The guides that want the best for you. They don't necessarily need to be your highest guides. The guides that want the best for you. What do they want you to know right now, Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. 3 or 4 cards. So that's great. And if you're joining now, welcome. And please give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I'm here whenever I feel like it. Whenever the collective is like, Lily, you better get on fucking YouTube and say some shit because we're freaking out. And I'm like, that's fair. I was freaking out yesterday and now my energy is not freaking out. So here we are. Mars and Scorpio. All right. All right. Yeah. No, Scorpio energy is always intense as fuck. Let's be real. Like, yeah. All right. North Node Scorpio. Nice, nice, nice. All right. So I'm going to pull, I think 3 or 4 cards. Let's find out. Oh, okay. Okay. What up, Roberto? Oh, interesting. This is not what I expected for Scorpio, which is fine. What, bitch? All right, one more. Yeah, one more. You don't like that last card. All right. Maybe I just do. Maybe I'm just being very biased again. I'm not sure. All right. So first card we have for Scorpio. This is the last reading, by the way. So if you have, let me type that in real quick. Currently on Scorpio. So if you have Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, this reading is for you. If you are not those things, watch the playback of this live for your other placements. All right. So the first card we have is the 4 of Air. So this would technically be the Four of Swords in traditional tarot. All right, Four of Air. So I need to get my flashlight out, like legitimately. So maybe Scorpio, you need to like bring more light into your life to see things. Or maybe there's like shadows that are whatever, you get it. All right, so this Four of Air, maybe you can see it better. Like, man, there we go. That's kind of creepy, but we'll go with it. So Four of Air, it's this girl sitting in clouds, and she has like peacock feathers actually. 3 in one hand, 1 in the other hand, and she's kind of like above it all. It's kind of just like looking down above everything from like an elevated standpoint. I think that Scorpios, well, according to this reading, like Scorpios actually have figured a lot out, which is interesting. Scorpios have figured a lot out. This reading does not show me that you guys are in your feelings necessarily. Like it feels like you're sitting pretty decently, like in your intellect and in the things that you actually had to see. Like there's really not very many hidden like secrets or anything because you figured them all out. Like you figured out everything. I'm not going to say everything. I think there's like 1 or 2 things that people are trying to hide from you because it's probably not your business realistically, but just know that you have done a lot of mental work and it's going to start paying off here. I mean, there's a few other things to do to like put it into practice, but you've done a lot of mental work. And I think you can see the situations in your life, epiphanies. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I think you've seen like different scenarios in your life play out and like different patterns is kind of what I'm feeling, like different patterns that you've noticed about yourself and others that you're just like, I don't want to say you're over it and sick of it, but like almost you know better now. So you're not necessarily like gonna keep trudging back through all of that. So you're able to take like almost like detached, almost like Aquarian detached energy to whatever situations you had been dealing with because you just know a lot more now. And I'm trying to think, it's a peacock reference in mythology somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. Might be important. It might be Hathor, honestly. Shit. I don't know. But if you know the peacock reference, tell me because I don't know it. I know it's there, but I don't know what it is. Is it Hera? Shit. I should be a bad mythology person right now. But anyway, okay. So you yeah, you noticed the manipulation, you noticed the shenanigans, and you rose above it because you're like, not that you're better than that, but like, I think honestly, a lot of you got really sick of wasting your own energy and wasting your own emotional energy on just things, generally speaking. So now you're like, all right, I gotta chill out. I gotta go up on this cloud and see things for what they actually are. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up in prison. Anyway. And so you detached. But anyway, so there's the energy, I guess new energy. Maybe it's not, maybe it is, but the second card we have for you, Scorpio, of what your guides want you to know right now, we have the Fool card. So this doesn't feel like you're being a fool or you're being fooled. This is more so like new adventures, new energy, not being afraid to take like a different, not a different approach. That's not what I meant. Taking a I'm hearing like optimistic approach to something new, to something not being like understanding just general human nature and bullshit, but also understanding that like you can kind of show up in whatever energy fits for you and not necessarily be afraid of it, because you're not going to get yourself into the same situations that you had just been in, because now you know better. And I don't really see you going back to a lot of things. I think like a lot of, for Scorpio, a lot of for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, a lot of bridges are burned. A lot of like hurt can't be undone. A lot of trust has been broken, kind of energy. So you're like, I have to detach, otherwise I'm going to freak out. And now it's time to step out into like a new journey, knowing everything that you know now, and not being afraid, because not being afraid of the outcome, because things aren't going to end up how they were, because you're different now and you know different now, and you implement different energy into everything that you do now. And this next card, I really like it. Ace of Water, new emotional beginnings. We have a seahorse holding on to a pearl. Okay. So seahorse, I actually equate with Capricorn energy. I don't think it's a sea goat. That was like a trick by the trickster god Pan. And I do think it's a seahorse. And if you think about seahorses, the male carries the baby, you know, or I don't know if they actually like carry them or if they just take care of them, but either way, the patriarchal structure of like, in a positive, I think, I don't know, I guess I haven't really looked into the societal implications of seahorse life, but the men take care of the babies a lot of time. So there may be some balancing to do with your masculine and feminine energy a little bit, so that you can like really receive the blessings that you're trying to receive. For you, for Scorpio, for right now, I am feeling like you're this, like you kind of got maybe a new love interest or something that is looking like good to you, but you're trying to control it. Which is classic. Again, I mean, Scorpio's got that fixed energy, so you're trying to control it, but just know that like the natural progression of things is going to be fine as well. So like just, you know, just because things in the past, whatever, like just don't try to control this new beginning for yourself. Just let it kind of play out how you need it or want it to. And if that's not you quite yet, then that might be energy for you to actively step into, is this new emotional beginnings, and not being afraid of like being close to something again and holding something close to you. Because I think Scorpios know, as all water signs do, that like the closer something is to you, the more it can hurt you. And if you've been really hurt in the past and had to like go to this place of detachment, then you know that can be really uncomfortable. But like just know that there are other people, things, whatever, that like will love you for who you are, and that like new emotional beginnings are right here, but you also do have to choose them. So don't try to control it completely. You can a little bit, because you're not like able to not. But the last card for Scorpio, Queen of Air. Yeah, like I said, I'm biased. This is my favorite card in the deck. But Scorpio, you have all the intellectual knowledge you need. So I'm also hearing like, don't get too caught up in your head. Like, definitely feel things out. Don't overthink. I know I'm like telling you the things that you already know, but you're like, how do I stop overthinking? Like, it's kind of the cycle, right? Detach. Detach. Don't be afraid to be stupid and like try new things, like step into new emotional energy. Like, don't think about it too much, but think about it enough. Think about it in the ways that you know you need to, but not in the ways that like are harmful or obsessing or obsessive. There's other things here though too with this Queen of Air energy. Communication is going to be really big for you right now in general, but mostly with the people that you want to like develop close emotional bonds with. Don't be afraid to communicate with them on a real level. Like, obviously, if you need to keep certain things hidden for your own mental clarity and sanity, then do it. But like, don't be afraid to openly communicate with people that you feel safe around and you feel good around. Like, there are people in this world that do want good for you. I just saw Leo in my head, so like there may be, or maybe it's a Leo in your natal chart as well. So there may be a Leo coming in, or there may be a Leo in your life, or it might be the Leo in your natal chart, to go look at that energy. I don't know why I said that. So yeah, I don't know who that's for. But yeah, don't be afraid to connect with people and be wise about your connections. All right. I'm also, oh shit, there's more. Sorry. There's also a new like business partnerships. So what I'm feeling for Scorpio, there's going to be some like new potential partners for you, and you're not going to really be sure where to place them like categorically. Like, do I fuck this person or do I make money with this person? The answer is yes. Okay. Love you. Bye. No, I mean, let me, if you're still here watching in the comments, let me know if you have any closing thoughts or concerns. But like, yeah, that was, should we do a collective? Nah, we don't need collective. We already got the individual breakdowns. All right, friends, it's been real. It's been fun. Let me just fade into the darkness like a Scorpio. All right, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.